Yeah, I'm about to put it on too. Yeah, I'm about to put it on too. Fresh off the press. Yeah, I'm about to put it on too.
Just give me the ball, I'm fitting the score next. My J is all net, me and Jay that you saw next. Getting back on defense, hit him with strong flex. I'm official like a ref, trying not to get attacked. And we go hard on Brooklyn, that's a promise. Watch me like a Cam, cause it's my time. Make sure watch me like a Cam, cause it's my time. Switch, they can't guard me, especially side the Barclays. Spin between crosses, I can score with both hands. Midi flawless, and I get to paint like an artist. I'm a boss smith, so you should respect my handle. I see the big picture with the nets like a mantle. In the future, I see us as Jamsu, and when we do, I'ma do a Brooklyn dance move. To stir that whole Millie rock like a fan do. And that's a bet like my parlay on FanDuel.
BROOKLYN, BROOKLYN,
When you establish a culture, that's what you do every day. That creates one thing, that it's your identity. Alright, that's how you are seen by others.
Yo, it's Big Fan Breezy with the Brooklyn Nets vlog. Now, man, shout out to Nets fans. We the best fans. Uh, we're I should have my collar, man. Wrestling with my kid, working out. I should have worked out of this shirt. Word. But yeah, man, we out here, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to Ice. Shout out to Easy. Shout out to Junior Rudy. It's first time I seen you in here. What up? Yeah, man, we out here, man. We talking Nets basketball. You see CJ got traded. You see, I'm saying MPJ here. MPJ is here to help Danny Wolf become a stretch forward the way he's supposed to become a stretch forward. Demon is going to be finding Danny Wolf at the 3-point line in the corner. Demon is going to find Wolf all over the 3-point line, all over the whole arc, all over that whole thing. He's going to find Danny Wolf. MPJ is going to help Danny Wolf in his player development. MPJ is going to be central in player development for Danny Wolf. That is one of the more important things that happened today. You know what I'm saying? We could get to the D-Lo thing. We could get to a few other things. You know what I'm saying? And we will. You know I'm throwing the link in the chat. You already know how it go. You know what I mean? Shout out to Joey BK, Brooklyn Go Crazy, and Moses Jones, Player One. All of y'all, man. Nets fans is the best fans. You know what I'm saying? But that's what it really is, man. MPJ is going to make Danny Wolf one of the best players in the East, man. I'm telling you, far as rookies, these rookies is going to shock the NBA. Y'all see the title. I meant to make that title on purpose. It's not a, you know what I'm saying, a situation. I didn't say this before MPJ got here. I didn't say Cam Johnson was going to help Danny Wolf become a amazing stretch four. I didn't put that in the title then. This is authentic. This is a real thing. MPJ is a stretch four. Been on the championship roster, championship team. Know how to, you know what I'm saying, be essential and space the floor. He could teach Danny Wolf how to space the floor, hit the elbow three, the corner three. He could teach him how to play inside the paint. He could teach him how to, you know what I'm saying, box out. You know, that was important for the Brooklyn Nets last season, boxing out and being better rebounders, not just one person like a Davon Sharp, but also Cam Thomas. Y'all asked Cam Thomas to get more rebounds. He got like four. He started averaging like 4 rebounds a game, 4 or 5 rebounds. I remember it was a game he had like 5, 6 rebounds. You know what I'm saying? The Brooklyn Net rookies will shock the NBA, man. That is not no foolery. You know what I'm saying? Shout to SIE Marley, and he said, great trade. It was, man. It was. Hold on. I'm not worried about JDJ. I'm not worried about Cam Thomas getting no shots. You know what I'm saying? He definitely could get some shots up. That's for sure. And he's gonna be the best scorer on his team. MPJ not a better scorer on the team, and it's a team, so it's not like, you know what I mean, they against each other, nothing like that. But as far as running the offense, it's gonna be Demon at the point guard, and it's gonna be Cam Thomas at the two. This team could shock the whole NBA. I'm telling you, this team is tough, man. You know what I'm saying? This is a tough team. You know what I mean? So I just look at it for what it's worth. You know what I'm saying? I feel like with a point guard at 6'8", he can probably have a post game. But if he develop a post game and he making passes from the post, opposed to just above the 3 point line, there may be situations where he got a smaller guard like Jalen Brunson on him. You know what I'm saying? Post Jalen Brunson up, like give me that mouse in the house. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And then the Knicks, they got a double team and all of that because you know what I mean. Them got Jalen Brunson on the post. You know what I'm saying? And then you got Cam Thomas. How you gonna guard Cam Thomas? If you're doubling another play, you're gonna give Cam Thomas an open shot. If Demon is drawing double teams because he got Mouse in the house, he playing the point guard, so that's an automatic mismatch. When you think about the NBA and what's happening around the NBA, how many point guards are 6'8"? And if you do mention them, they the better point guards. You're talking about Shea. You're talking about Cunningham. You're talking about Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. You're talking about Cade Cunningham. Who else you talking about? That's two guards. Denham could player develop to being a player that hunts mismatches at the point guard position. Hunt them, Demon. Hunt them. That's what I want you to do. I want you to hunt the mismatch at the point guard position. You're 6'8". Storm on the post. It ain't gotta be Brunson. It could be a different guard. Small Anthony Simons on Boston. The Nets fans don't like Boston. You want to get right with the Nets fans. The Nets fans is feeling this and that. You know, they could go on with the crowd saying laughing stock. I ain't with none of that. I ain't jacking none of that. This team is serious, man. Y'all could call it what y'all want. You know, I'm big optimism and all of this and that. But I'm telling y'all, and we're going to have the conversation about these players that's coming out as rookies in the Euro Leagues and these players that's coming out as rookies in college. What's the talent gap? What's the talent gap between these players coming from college and the talent gap from these players coming from the Euro Leagues? What's the talent gap? What are we talking about? What are we really talking about? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I'm just saying, man. Shout out to Joey BK in the chat. Um, Nets fans is the best fans. It's a lot of things that happen in the off season. Y'all know I want to talk Brooklyn Nets basketball with y'all first. Definitely gonna talk about the, you know what I mean, more the Cam Johnson trade, everything. You know what I'm saying, the whole roster shake up. You know, I just wanted to get some thoughts off, let y'all know how I felt. Gotta run ISO sometime. You know what I'm saying? It's gotta be this way. Um, and Cam Thomas didn't get a contract yet. You know, I was looking for that more than anything, and that didn't happen. So hopefully they just get the business right, you know, and Cam Thomas come back on the team. Zaire Williams came back on the team. Davon Sharp came back on the team. Team-friendly deals. Beautiful. Rebuilding the culture where the front office is doing good business. I want to get to this one thing, and then I'm gonna throw the link in the chat. But I wanted to get to some of the content by myself. I wanted to run ISO real quick because I wanna say something specific, without any rebuttals and pushbacks and hold it downs and all of that. I wanted to show y'all something. Hold on. Oh man. Let's see what's going on. Exactly. Shout out to the Nets fans. We the best fans. Yo, and tell creme de la creme, run tell a Nets fan friend. I'll be pulling up on X, seeing what's good with other fans, seeing what y'all got going on out there. So that was Nets Press. Shout out to Nets Press. You know I'm finna throw the link in the chat. Shout out to Ray LM. He said for everybody saying Demon wasn't going to be a point guard. Let's look at this. Right. They got Demon, Nolan Traore as point guards, and Ben Seraph. Okay, they got 3 point guards, right? Thomas, Keon Johnson, and Derek Whitehead. Now, I think this is interesting. I think this is interesting that they got Keon Johnson as a 2 guard. I don't look at him as a 2 guard. I don't think he stays with. I don't know what's going to happen with Keon Johnson. Keon Johnson got a lot of Nets fans. They calling them Neon Keon. I debated with Jay about calling him KJ. I wound up, you know, losing that debate or whatever, and we considered to call him KJ. He got a lot of fans, you know what I'm saying, in Brooklyn. Tariq Whitehead, for real, they really gonna give him the minutes? Are they? Yeah, they gonna. This is what I think is interesting. The time Cam Thomas, I don't like that 2 guard lineup. I thought it was gonna be Cam Thomas, Drake Powell, I guess Keon Johnson, but they're gonna give Derek Whitehead minutes. I'm off. What up, Barry? Yeah, we gonna get it, Barry, for sure. Shout out to Big Priest. What up, Big Priest? Word. Hell, yeah, man. Tap the like button, man. Word. They gotta switch this up. Our point guard looks set. I don't think they should change that. Now that I look at it like this, it makes sense. Just leave it like that. We good. Just leave it like that. Set the whole season. 3 point guards. D'Lo got traded or got picked up by the Mavs. However you want to call it. It makes sense. It makes sense. JDJ said that's the Darren Peterson welcome to Brooklyn lineup. I'm crying. Uh, let me see. Man, Drake Powell. Shout out to Notorious on the panel with me. What up, Notorious?
Yo, what's good? How you doing?
I think I put a lot to it. I say Michael Porter Jr. Gonna help Wolf become a better stretch.
Oh, you talking about MPJ?
Yeah, MPJ. Yeah.
Um, yeah, I'm cool. I mean, I don't know. I'll wait. I'm gonna let you get your shit off, and then I'll tell you, what I feel about the trade.
Yeah, let me get my big optimism shit off. Now I'm saying I
Yeah, I
feel
know,
like
man. Yeah, I know you CT Junior. You gotta do your ISO thing. You gotta eat first. So.
funny.
CT Junior.
Definitely not no CT Junior. Shut up, grown man. Yo, hold on. I think that basically you get that veteran rookie relationship that we looking for. Shout out to Mo Beasley. Yo, Mo Beasley, pull up, man. A lot of shit happened with the Houston Rockets, man. Pull up. A lot of shit happened with the Houston Rockets. Shout out to Big Priest in the building, everything Brooklyn Nets, John in the building, the Iceman, the Eskimo in the building. Um, but I just wanted us to start with this lineup and just us recap this. I think we strong at the small forward position too. I think we strong there. Not much to say because I don't want to be long winded, but I think we strong there. I like that lineup. I want to see Drake Powell being the second string small forward. He's going to get the minutes. Sean Marks, I gotta take my hat off to Sean Marks and say that he did the right thing, giving these rookies the opportunity to shock the NBA. They're gonna have the minutes and the opportunities, the attempts at the basket. Stephen Castle won Rookie of the Year last season. And I know it's not all about points, but I'm just saying he did that with 12 shot attempts. And I said that to say that I think all of these rookies, they get 12 shot attempts. Maybe not Drake Powell coming off the bench. Maybe not Nolan Troy already or Ben Sharaf. So, well, not all of them. I'll say Demon and Wolf. Demon and Wolf, I want them to get 12 shots at the game. And if they really want to make Big Fan Breezy happy, Drake Powell too. Let me get, 12 shots again. But yeah, and Claxton, they look like they're keeping Claxton, man. All right, keep him at the starting five. You know what I mean? And they got Damon Sharp. I know he gonna be back, so he gonna probably be in the starting. At the center. I don't know how they're gonna do it, but he be at the center. Isaiah Williams came back too, so Trinidad Wofford got traded, so I don't know. I just Man and Zion Williams gonna have to fight for that spot. Can't just give Man that spot when you got Zion Williams. Zion Williams earned that spot. I can't lie to you. He took it from Jalen Wilson last season, so I don't know how they gonna play that out, but I like it, man. I like this roster, man. Word, but what you got on this, Notorious?
Yeah, it's not bad, man. It's not a bad roster. I mean, it's not roster, not a bad lineup at all. I personally think we got more talent than we did have last year, but somehow, you know, some fans think we ain't gonna win some games, or they want to keep like getting more people, and I'm like, nah, I think we good where we at. I think if we start adding more veterans, then we'll probably win more games than last year, even with the rookies, because I think the talent pool is a little is better, you know. But I mean, I like the lineup. It's cool. We look big. We look athletic. Besides CT, of course, you know. But the Nets look bigger and athletic in this lineup. Look solid all the way through.
That's what's up. That's what's up. All right, we gonna bring it back. You know, we gonna mix it up, but we gonna go to Ice real quick. Ice, what you think about this lineup, man? Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah. Yo, the lineup is
Yeah.
it's all right. It's all right. I don't like Terrence Mann at 3 in this lineup. And Michael Porter Jr. He just came from playing at 3, and there we go putting people back at the 4 again. If you didn't like Cam Johnson at the 4, you're not gonna like Michael Porter Jr. at the 4. You know what I mean? That's the way I see it. The lineup is all right, but we can run it like that, but I guarantee the fans ain't gonna like it.
So hold on. Who you think should get more minutes? Drew Timmy and Noah Clowney. Should they switch that up?
Yeah, Clowney should probably be at the 4, and Michael Porter at the 3. You know what I'm saying? Man off the bench.
Okay. All right. So what about Wolf? You want Wolf to be in the 5? You don't want him at the 4?
Shit, I don't want Wolf at the 5 neither. I want him at the 4. You know what I mean? Like he's 7. Just because he's 7 foot, like it's the same thing that they did with Nick Claxton. Just because he's 6'11", don't mean he's a center. You know what I mean? I don't care if it's modern day basketball. I don't care what basketball it is. He's not a center. You know what I'm saying? Nick not a center either. And we putting people back in the same position we did last time when they don't play that position. I'm not saying Danny can't play the 5 at times, but he's not a full-time center. You know what I mean?
Good point. Good point, Ice. Good point.
But the lineup cool. If we gonna run, we gonna run. But you know what I'm saying? I know where these players are supposed to be at, and they not supposed to be there. You know what I'm saying? They're not. Cam is fine, Demon is fine, Man is fine if you take Michael Porter out of the power forward position. But if you move Michael Porter to the 3 and put Clowney or Wolf there, it makes the lineup better. You know what I'm saying? And then you still need another center. I know Sharp is back, but you still need it. You still need it. We still need a center, bro. You still need another 7-footer.
No, I'm with you, Ice. Um, Go ahead. If you done, just pass it to everything but the next John.
All right. Yeah, bro.
All right, yeah. It's been a busy day, guys. First day of free agency. A lot of moves been made. Listen, this is an interesting lineup. I think a lot of it's up for grabs. Besides Thomas at the 2 and Porter at the 4, I think Demons, it's his job to earn this summer. So hopefully Summer League he really puts on a good performance to hold down the 1 spot. I think 3 or 5 is debatable. I know you said Claxton's probably staying here. You still have to look at the Lakers right now. I think they've had an abysmal free agency so far. They don't have a center. They don't have a backup center. And they don't have a power forward. So they have to decide if they really are going to stomach taking on Aiton tomorrow, or maybe their GM Palinka should grow a set and cash in some assets to try to keep the LeBron and Luca thing going for one more year at the very least. So that's still up for grabs right there. But yeah, I'm just glad that this move was made today with Porter and Johnson. I'll be honest with you, it's probably one of my favorite Nets trades in a long time. Like literally brought joy to my Nets heart soul seeing that trade happen
Yo,
today
hold
because
on, John. So hold on. Do you think I'm stretching this saying that MPJ can help Wolf be a stretch big?
I think Michael Porter Jr. could help all these young guys because he brings championship experience. Here's another thing to note: him and Jordy worked together a few years ago. Like Jordy knows Michael Porter
Facts.
Jr. and how he fits in the
Facts.
system, and I think that's going to have a huge impact on these young guys because you have a guy who's been through it all, basically been a third option on a championship team, played one of the best scorers in the NBA. Now he gets to bring that experience, that knowledge to a team of a bunch of prospects trying to cut their way through, and
Yeah,
I think it's going
John.
to be.
I just wanted to add to what you said about MPJ and Jordy Fernandez and how he was the assistant coach with the Denver Nuggets and their relationship and him bringing that over there. Again, if you not sure about your head coach and being a second year head coach, and you know what I'm saying, a champion come over kind of seconding or concurring and bringing confidence to the coach's word to the players. Like MPJ is going to be the bridge from the coach to the players, I think, because of the relationship they had, you know what I'm saying, with the Denver Nuggets.
Right.
But go ahead,
Right.
John. I'm listening.
Yeah, and I,
Go
and I and I even wrote that on X. I think that's he's going to be like that bridge, that extra extension voice. And I think it's going to help the young guys as far as building confidence and just playing together as a team. And I thought Marks, surprisingly did good today. I mean, signing Zaire and Dayron to those cheap contracts. I thought the 12 million contract would be their salaries. So to get them to buy in to try to work another year to maybe earn more money, I think it's good. I think the one thing Marks has been true on is flexibility, and getting Michael Porter Jr.'s contract gives the Nets so many routes right now because he has a $40 million expiring the second year of his contract, and that could basically be a Ben Simmons 2.0 resetting your cap space type thing. At the same time, if Michael Porter Jr. really works well with these young guys and they really enjoy him, you maybe think that maybe there's a chance to bring him back after his contract is up. Like there's so much flexibility and options. You can now go with Michael Porter Jr. I think that was a great move for Marks. Now you have only 17 million to spend, and it's like you said,
but hold on, before we get to the money, just MPJ on the court. What I thought was surprising about him last season is that he played 77 games, Sean.
yeah.
So, to you, what do you think about just the leadership role with him on the floor with a Cam Thomas? Of course, he can't just be the leader without talking to Cam Thomas about the team first. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, the good thing is now you have two shot creators in Porter and
What?
Thomas, which is good. You have two guys who can score the ball, so it's be interesting to see that how that partnership goes. But just having another veteran voice, I think everybody was like saying Cam Thomas should be the leader of this team. Well, he doesn't have to be the leader of this team. He can still get his points, say his piece. But now you have another guy who actually has that championship experience that Cam doesn't have yet. So I think that's going to be a good balance to the team. And just I think he's going to impact the team in a good way because this is not going to be an easy year. So having the experience that he brings and just having somebody that Jordy knows, I think it's going to start creating that culture and chemistry we've been talking about. And just having Johnson off the team, now we can finally put an end to that Mikael Johnson twin Ben Simmons chapter where it was just a lot of yeah,
Talk
it
the
was
shit,
just
John.
no, listen, that was a tough few years, man, because we didn't know what our direction was. Sean Marks thought these two guys could be a C minus version of a Tatum or Brown and that a star want to come here. That was never going to happen. So I'm just glad we're finally off that track. Now you have fresh faces. And I think Marks, if he keeps his flexibility thing going with Michael Porter Jr.'s $40 million expiring contract, we can really set ourselves up the next few years. So I look forward to seeing what Michael Porter Jr. can do, and I hope we use the $17 million remaining cap space wisely and the Thomas thing gets done. And I think Marks would have himself a successful offseason so far because it's all about keeping flexibility. Now you have a veteran that can bring that leadership and just an extra voice to help these young guys prosper their first year, which is not going to be easy. So I thought it was a good trade move, and I just look forward to seeing how this team builds real chemistry and culture because it's new, fresh faces. And I think that's a good way to start this new era off on a high note.
Nah, appreciate you, John. Shout out to everything Brooklyn Nets, John. If you're looking
How
for
do you
John,
build
just post.
chemistry with fresh faces?
Hold on. If you're looking for John, just post Brooklyn Nets on X, and he gonna pop up because he on everything Brooklyn Nets. Um, hold on. Shout out to This Is JTV coming in here stirring the pot. Hold it
I'm just
down, Jay.
confused at that last part of the
hold on, hold
take.
on,
The
hold
last
on. We're
part of
gonna
the
go to
take threw me.
hold on. Let's go to Big Priest. Big Priest, talk to us, man. A lot of shit happened today, man. What was you most? How you feel about what Sean Marks did today, man?
I like the trade. Um I think the moves that he made in general with getting day like agreeing getting Dayron and Zaire to for that number. Um g- I wasn't for trading CJ, but get because I don't think he was a part of the problem, but getting a guy like Porter Jr. in here where he'll have more responsibility, right? He's a guy that has been on the championship team like we've talked about. He's a guy that's been a winner in this league. Now he'll be able to do more, and we'll see whether he's able to do more. If he is, I don't know if he's um, brought here to stay on the team. Maybe they use him as more trade bait in the middle of the year. Who knows? So
But
I don't know what the end result is going to be. We'll see how Porter Jr. plays, or like John said, if they like him, maybe they keep him. But
Right.
I don't know what you was talking about with him checking in with Cam Thomas who ain't never won shit. That's crazy.
I was being facetious, you know what I mean?
You had to be something. 'Cause
What you
You know what I'm
say?
saying? I said, he was gonna have a leadership role when he comes to the team, but first he gotta speak to Cam Thomas about that. Know what I mean? Let him know he's the lieutenant, know what I mean? You the lieutenant, know what I'm saying? Sheriff around here, know what I mean? Yeah.
That's interesting.
Nah, word.
But
I
but
can.
I know Jay would agree with that, but I
Yeah,
was talking
he
about,
got to come and be like, yo, is it okay for me to shoot the ball, Mr.
man,
Thomas, sir?
stop.
Mr. Thomas, sir, is it okay for me to shoot the ball too? Because I know you like to shoot the ball, and I like to shoot the ball too, Mr. Thomas, sir. But can I shoot too?
Yeah.
yeah,
I know
exactly.
y'all
Just
ain't
like
for
that.
real with
Just like
that. I
that.
know that's
Yo,
not
with
what
a
y'all
name
believe
like
is gonna
Cam,
happen.
you can't do nothing but shoot.
Oh man, shit hilarious. But
We don't even know if because they tendered Cam. Have they made that announcement?
nah, I think he just got
Cam got
to
tendered,
small
so
money
that
offer.
he's a restricted free agent, but no offers
Okay,
been
so they
made.
did tender. Because I know they didn't tender Dayron, but they got
Yeah,
the deal
Dayron
done.
and Zaire got declined, and then they both
Yeah.
re-signed as unrestricted free agents. But
Oh yeah.
Cam got
So,
tendered.
so
Right.
they still control what happens with Cam. So we'll just have
Yeah.
to see, man. What is the end goal of this move? I love it though because it gives them flexibility. The flexibility to if he comes and sets the world on fire, it'll be a lot of suitors for him. I think he's
Right.
because of his winning pedigree. Hell, we might be able to fleece New Orleans or Milwaukee too. You know what I'm saying? Who knows?
No, I don't know what you're saying. Any trade y'all can talk about when it comes down to Cam Thomas, it ain't worth it. Him being
I'm
on the
not
team,
talking about
You
Cam
talk
He
about
Thomas.
talking
Porter.
I'm
You
about
talk
talking
about
about
Porter,
MPJ.
Breeze. Talk
Yeah,
about
he
oh my
Porter,
talking
bad,
about
man.
my bad.
MPJ.
Fall back.
Michael
Let me
Porter
fall
Jr.
back. Let me slow down.
Shit,
I'm gonna
go
fall
back to
back
Cam
and slow
Thomas.
down.
I'd give up Cam Thomas and Terrence
I
Mann
think
for
that
Trey
is the
Murphy.
end goal. I think that is the end goal
here
with
you
Michael
go.
Porter Jr.
Now
though.
Nah,
that'll be
right.
more on the timeline. See,
No way.
yeah.
They're
Hold
gonna
on.
flip him for more
Wait,
assets.
Breezy, I do have to
Hold
ask you,
on.
who
Yeah,
do you
it's
think the better
actually
player
Dylan
is?
next. So Big Priest and Dylan, y'all could go ahead and talk about whatever y'all gonna talk about.
I
Dylan
was
was
gonna say,
next,
Breeze, I got a
anyways.
question for you, and it's genuine. Who do you think is a better NBA basketball player, Cam Thomas or Trey Murphy?
Trey Murphy. I didn't watch a lot of Trey Murphy to critique his game. To keep it real with you.
Okay, okay, I can live with that. If it was a Cam
Yeah,
Thomas
I
straight up
can't
answer,
say.
I may have had to leave, but no,
Yeah,
I
no,
can
no, no.
respect
I
that.
Can I
can't.
piggyback off of that question? Who do you think is a better NBA basketball player, Cam Thomas or Michael Porter Jr.? Because both of them are on the team.
MPJ.
Probably I would definitely give it to Thomas just because he's if you look at how Michael Porter Jr. was at a high school, he was the unanimous number one pick, right?
Hmm.
He
He
was
was.
compared to KD. Everybody loved him. I was watching him as a junior in high school back when he was at Nathan Hill. Like he was the real fucking deal. He played really well in college. He was projected top 5, and
But
then
his back.
he dealt with the back injury, dropped him to the last pick in the lottery, and since then he's been a very limited player since. But no, I think he's
I don't
a
know about
really good
limited
addition.
though.
No,
Uh,
just in terms of his offensive game, like he used to be able
I
to
I
mean,
think
create
he's
his own
definitely
shot.
shown some sparks in Denver of
Yeah,
what he
I
could
no,
have
no,
yeah,
been for
because
he
I
has
sure.
get what
definitely
you're
shown
saying,
flashes.
Dylan.
I can agree
But
with that. It's just the
I wouldn't say
consistency to it.
limited for the simple
Go ahead.
fact
Go.
of
Let
who
Big
he
Priest
was.
finish. Go ahead,
Who
Big Priest.
I wouldn't say limited for the simple fact of who he was playing with, right? Jokic doesn't miss any games, so when that you got your number one guy there, and so he kind of played. He fit into the system very well.
Right.
Now I think he has a good offensive game, and he's 6'10". So just looking at that, I would probably say he has still more and for rebounding ability to score the ball, all those things. I don't know. I think that'll be a good a good conversation when you're talking about Cam Thomas. But
If you watched MPJ in high school and college, you would see that he was able to create his own shot. He had great handles. He was able to get low to the floor and break down defenders. He's lost that because of that back injury. That's why I say limitations. Like it's not
oh
more
yeah,
so the
okay,
role that
okay,
he's been forced into, which is
okay.
a catch and shoot 3 and D type of guy, but it's more so just because of the injuries that
The
have
physical
I
limitations.
mean,
Okay,
yeah.
I
when
got
you
you.
And
playing with Joker, bro, like the mission is simple: catch that bitch, shoot that bitch, get
Facts,
back
I
on
no,
facts.
defense.
I definitely agree with that, but there you can see it in his game. Like even when he dribbles at the
You
top of
think
the
he's more
key,
stiff now,
he's a
and he
little bit
was a lot
stiffer,
more
more straight
athletic
up.
when
Yeah.
he was in high
But
school and
but I
college
do think
before
that
this.
he can be a 20, 21 point per game type of guy in Brooklyn. Like
I think he can be a
I hope
That's
twenty
that they
because
allow
eight
him
guy.
I hope that they allow him to put the ball on the
With
floor
With
and
Cam
see if he
Thomas on the court?
one guy
yeah,
Yes.
of
scoring
course.
24
Hold on.
doesn't
Cam Thomas played next to KD, Kyrie, Harden. He
Stop,
never
played next
scored
to
stop,
24
stop,
Spurs.
against the
stop,
Spurs.
stop,
He played
stop,
next to
That is
stop,
Spurs.
cap.
stop,
Whoa,
He
stop.
played. He
whoa,
was the number
whoa.
two. Hold on. It's not even your goal, Leaf. What you mean stop? You stop. It's
Fuck. Like, why is niggas just telling these
bro. It's
fibs,
not.
bruh?
It's not your goal, bro.
I
It's not
get
your
it, my
goal.
nigga, but we ain't gotta
So
lie about
wait,
shit.
bro.
Hold
So
on
wait.
when
Just
your
wait.
Well,
turn,
got
man.
leave, leave. You get to go, leave for
Just
soon.
yeah.
Soon.
Just wait until your turn.
Yeah,
Then you
I'm
could
curious to hear
push
what
back on
Breezy
all
is
of that.
saying. So let's get it.
No,
It's people's. It's people's.
I was
I
gonna
mean,
say
there you go.
Well, what you said, Breeze?
What I said. What you mean? What I said?
You said he played next to Cam, Kyrie, and Katie. What was that?
Yeah, I say he played next to KD, Kyrie,
You talking
Harden,
about in
and
practice?
Sumner.
That's what he talking about.
Damn,
Bro,
I
can I
was gonna say
finish?
I
Can
do
I
have
finish
to agree with them on
before
that.
y'all stop? Before y'all trying to be funny, he played next to all of these players, and it showed he could either be the one, the two, or the three option. He never had a
Man,
problem being the one, two, or three option. MPJ being on the team, being the number one option. Cam Thomas wouldn't have a problem with that. He was the number. He was an option after Cam Johnson and Mikal Bridges. Need I say more? It would not be a problem if he scored 21 points and Cam Thomas on the same team. I said all that to say that. But go ahead.
No,
no.
I was just gonna say overall with the trade, I'm ecstatic about it. Fuck Cam Johnson. I have absolutely no remorse for him and his tenure here.
Damn, fuck
Uh,
him.
oh fuck him.
Man,
I don't
which
kick
Dylan,
rocks.
I don't understand why you don't. What was your
God
issue with
damn.
Cam Johnson?
Simply the interview where he says you're not a real fan if you're cheering against the team or
facts.
whatever bullshit that he said. Fuck him.
Yeah, that
Don't
was
tell
too
me how to
much.
be a
Man.
fan.
It's a true
Do your
statement.
job and lose
So
games.
is it fuck?
That's
Hey,
your
you saw
job for
you
me.
Jerry too
So
because he said F Brooklyn back in
so
2014.
so
Who?
Is it F you saw you Jerry too because he was basically
Who the
yelling
fuck's
out F
that?
bombs, bro, back at us when we
Who
had
the
poor
fuck is
pitches.
that?
so because he doesn't believe a fan should be cheering for a team to lose, you say F him.
Yes.
So if he because a player, players don't want to lose.
Listen, we can all agree to disagree. I have my opinion on it. It was months ago. I
Bro,
don't have respect for
he
the
can't
dude.
say that on
He's off my
national
team. I
TV.
never
He's
have
a
to worry
whole
about him again.
professional,
I'm
bro.
happy. But overall, I think it's a great trade.
But a
You
lot
get
of the
an extremely
fans in
valuable
this
pick.
particular panel kind of more so agree with him. A
That's
lot
I
of
don't
that's
the
agree.
completely fine.
Priest, I don't agree with him. I thought what he did
I'm
was
not talking
childish
about you,
because
John. I know what you
listen.
agree with.
That's completely
yeah,
fine.
yeah,
We're all allowed
yeah,
to have our separate opinions
yeah.
on that. But no, I
Yeah,
don't respect him whatsoever. Our goal last year was to lose and get a top tier pick. Sean Marks screwed that, and so did Cam Johnson. End of the story.
Yeah, it's over.
that's
He's gone.
that's,
We move
that's
forward.
crazy.
He's off my team. I'm
I
happy.
think we rectified that situation with this trade.
That's crazy because
But yeah, I think it's a great
I
trade.
just
Great
thought that was.
value. You're
I
getting a
think it was a
younger
great trade
player,
too.
an extremely valuable pick in a year that likely will not have Jokic on that team. I think it's a great deal.
I agree with that.
I
The
think
fact that you were able to get, and y'all been killing Sean Marks, you, John, all y'all guys. So the fact that you were able to get Michael Porter Jr., who you probably believe
it's
is a
still
better
not the
player.
maximum value that you probably could have gotten for Johnson at the deadline,
Right,
but
right. But
it's
it's
still
better than what he
positive
got.
value.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
better than what he
I
got.
can't be too
Positive.
upset. Like
It's
I think it's a very
it's a
solid
nice little trade, bro. I
for
thought
sure.
the pick for when we facilitated the Porzingis trade, I thought it was a
Hold on,
nice
was it
little
your
trade.
turn yet, Leaf?
Yeah, it's my turn, nigga.
Damn,
I'm taking it. Fuck out of
damn.
here.
Well,
Yo,
let me just finish on my
Shit.
last point.
Nah, you
Let me finish
can't
on my
take
last point.
shit, man. What the fuck you mean? It's
Nigga,
people's go
niggas trying to
after
sit me in
Dylan.
the corner, bro. I got shit to
He
say
ain't sit you
too.
in the
Fuck out of
corner,
here.
bro. It's not your goal, bro. You gonna skip people's, bro? You ain't got it like that.
Let
How
me
you
let
gonna
me
skip?
let
I
me
mean,
finish
my
my last
bad,
point.
my
I
nigga,
got
but you
you.
ain't gotta say it like that. Fuck out of here,
What you
bro.
Let
mean?
me finish the last point. I'll just pass to Rock.
You ain't say
Let
hello
me
to
pass to
nobody.
Rock here. Let me
Start
finish with this
chatting.
I
last point.
swear to God, I was just messing with
Like, God
No,
damn.
what's it called? I
He
do
ain't even
think
say hi to nobody. You just start chatting like you the
I said
chattinator
what
or
up, bro?
something.
Like, damn. Well, like that's
Nah,
the
man.
universal for what up to everybody. God damn. Y'all niggas is, bro, what we
Bro,
on
what you
tonight?
mean? Bro, what you
what
mean?
are
I'm
we
just saying, bro,
doing?
I'm a point guard, bro. I'm making sure everybody speak. If it's up to you, you only speak and we all listen, bro. That's not
I'm
how the
getting
show works.
cucked right now.
Exactly, bro. Like if it's up to you, you only talk and everybody listen to you. That's how you rock, bro. That's not what the show is, bro. Let Big Priest and Dylan finish and then we go on the peoples.
All
Like
right,
I was
fine.
nobody
I
If,
was
sit
if
you
you
in the
if fine.
corner. You got here last.
I was done though, Breeze.
Oh,
no,
I know.
my
I'm just
I
saying
was
he
just
got
messing with
here.
Leaf.
I'm just saying
I
he
was
got
just
here
messing with Leaf.
last. Nobody sat him in the corner. So I'm supposed to just skip them because you came on here. Like, this don't work that way.
my
But go ahead,
last point
Dylan.
was gonna be I do think actually I shouldn't even say this because whenever I say something he does the opposite. But if he was smart, and I'm not gonna name drop him because he's an asshole. Um, if you were to package up that pick that we just got from Denver, and another future pick, similar to how Minnesota did with San Antonio to get Rob Dillingham, that's something that I would look into for next year's draft. If you can get 2 lottery picks, I think that's perfect.
Oh, all right. Shut the Nets press. Oh, you was done. You was trying to pass it.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right.
Appreciate you,
Shout
though.
to the whole panel. Peoples, man. Talk to us, man. What you think? Clack's still on the team, man. How you feel about it? Yo, Peoples, you there, Peoples? All
He
right, you
did.
got
He's
us.
just astonished that
We,
Claxton is still on the
he's,
team still.
Yo,
Me too, like, how
yo,
they still got Clangston on the team, man.
yo, Thomas
all
sent him
right,
to
so
LA, man.
we're gonna skip people. We're gonna go to This Is JTV, man. This is JTV. Talk to us, man. You see all of the action in the first day. How you feel about what they got going on with Dayron? He got that contract. You know what I'm saying?
Uh, I think they lowballing niggas, man. But I guess it is what it
How much
is. It's
Dayron should have
big,
got paid, Jay? How much double day they should have got paid, bro?
more than he got. But at the end of the
Mm.
day, he got double to what he got last year, so he's still getting more than he had. So,
That's a good way to look at it.
like, uh, the fact that they got Zaire too, that's a good thing. This MPJ shit, I think Cam Johnson and MPJ is pretty much the same guy a lot of the way. But
Who's a better rebounder than Cam Johnson and MPJ?
Porter by far.
Porter Jr.
Yeah,
is a
I
for
better
think that's what
rebounder.
we needed too. That we couldn't get from Cam Johnson is the rebounding. So I
yes.
appreciate that part. I appreciate the rebounding.
But yeah, it is what it is. I ain't really mad. He's the champion. Get some championship pedigree on the team.
Should
But
should should they should he
TJ is
take
my guy
should
though.
hold
I
on
hate
should
to see
MP
him go.
should MPJ take Daron Sharp minutes?
Wait, what?
No.
He's not a
Huh?
center. Wait, what? Breeze, what?
And and and, and I saw a video of Dayron earlier. He's trying to let niggas know he's a sharp shooter, man. He said, I got the burner and I'ma show niggas this season.
Was he doing Pilates in the video? Like, don't
He
do the
damn
classic
sure was.
workout,
I
bro.
seen that shit.
Don't do the classic workout, bro. Keep lifting weights. That's all you gotta do.
Respectfully,
Now,
Dayron said that
you,
same shit last year. He
you
had
gotta
the
get
burner.
your agility up too, man. And you said respectfully, Dayron said the same shit last year, and he hit a couple threes last year. He just got to hit more.
Facts.
I guess that was
We'll
like
see.
a mini burner. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a burner. It was
That was the deuce deuce.
Yo, all right. So, what? Just yeah, initial reaction to overall what happened today, man. What you want to talk about, bro?
Who, me?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Nah, somebody else would go. I ain't really. I said what I had to say. Really, I ain't.
All right. Yeah, I know. I knew to ask you about Daron Sharp. Know what I'm saying? Shout to This Is JTV. He got something
Just the
going
fact
on.
that it was a lot of moves. Like we only talking about Nets moves, right? Or period.
I mean, this part of the show because of the
Because there
roster,
was
it's
just a
just a whole
lot of
bunch of
shit
shit we
going
finna
on.
go. Yeah, but that's what
What
I'm
about
saying. Send
what y'all
people
think
on the
about
panel.
Bo, man?
No.
What happened with Bobo?
He said no, no. Why no, no?
Bo on the Nets, man.
John Marks don't like 7-footers, man. You know
What
that.
he? What is
We
he?
wanted
Is
to
I
he
see
know
here?
that.
that,
He signed?
but we could get him again for free. I think.
Man,
For
Yo,
how
hold on.
much?
So let Jay and Leaf go because Leaf was next. So Jay and Leaf, y'all just talk to each other.
Wait, Jay. He here, bro? Or you just saying we
No,
can
no,
get
no.
him?
I'm saying it because Phoenix let him go,
Yeah, I
so
know. I
niggas
realized
could
that,
pick him
but
up for free again the same way when he left the Magic. I said we should pick him up. I think.
I would be cool with that. I mean, but first thing first, we gotta get this nigga Cam Thomas the ink this get the pen and the pad and the contract. So like that's the first
Yeah,
thing first before we do anything about Bobo. Like, so I mean,
true.
that's we got to do that because there's 17 million left, and I'm thinking Cam Thomas at minimum supposed to be getting like 15 of it. I told niggas he wasn't getting no fucking 4 years, $100 million,
Leaf,
bro.
they
Niggas
could go
didn't
over
listen
the
to me.
cap. Leaf, they could go over
So
the cap to re-sign him. That 17 mil don't count towards his final thing.
right. You absolutely right.
Yeah.
So the 17 million for somebody else, so they could
Yeah.
go over the cap. So they could sign him for like a good 15, 18, whatever it is. Because it seemed like Dayron and Zaire, they were supposed to be getting minimum 12, and them niggas
Right.
settled for 6, bro. I don't know who them niggas agents is, bro. Like they need to be fired.
That's team
But
friendly. That's team friendly. Listen,
yeah,
I just want to say, I seen Bruce Brown take that same route. Now, I'm not saying his route is going to be for everybody, and they should do that. But the Brooklyn Nets are known for that. Brooklyn Nets didn't play Bruce Brown, and he deserved the money too. Zaire deserved the money. Dayron deserved the money. Bruce Brown deserved the money. The friend, they just not coughing up bread no more. And I'm all I'm saying is don't pull a crab tree. That's all I'm saying. And they doing
a
better than
crap.
pulling the crab tree. You know what I'm saying?
You mean? Oh, you talking about Alan Crab? Not Crabtree.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
Crabtree.
bro.
I thought you was
I ain't
talking
gonna lie.
about
This nigga all over the
you
place
don't want
tonight. But
somebody like Crabtree to play weak ass defense on you.
nigga said Crabtree. Nigga, I'm thinking this nigga talking about the Oakland Raiders or
No,
some
man.
shit.
Right? He said,
Nah,
yeah, don't put nobody named Crabtree to play weak defense on me.
yeah. But all I was gonna say, bro. I mean, the trade. Listen, these little itty bitty trades, man. I mean, that listen, Sean Marks is doing something. I mean, he ain't shit in the bed, bro. He is doing something. I mean, he realized niggas is in the shitter. He realized net spaces is going crazy, bro. So he out there doing something, man. I mean, I'm not mad at it. Nice little itty bitty
But
deals,
but
man.
but speak to how he using Jordy Fernandez relationship because that's definitely a Jordy Fernandez. Somebody said that early on the panel.
I
That's a
did.
Right.
I
Jordy.
did. I
That
did.
was John. That was a Jordy Fernandez relationship. That's how MPJ got to this team for sure.
Yeah. I could say that. If
So
that's the
I'm
case,
saying our coach got pulled.
I thought he had pulled. I thought he had pulled since he got here, bro. I thought that was
Yeah,
established already. But I
he
mean,
has. Yeah.
I will say that for sure. A lot of people want I'm not the elephant in the room. A lot of people want to know what the next trade is. We obviously know who it is, bro. Like what we want or what most of us want. I ain't gonna speak for everybody. But the next team, if we do get that trade done, I think the next team that we need to be talking to is Memphis because they just inked the nigga Triple J
Oh,
for like 240 for like 245 years or some shit.
oh yeah.
And
I'm
I
about to
don't
go to
think
X right now and see what's going on.
I don't
Go ahead.
yeah, but just to continue, I don't think they got any plans on re-signing Ja Morant and when his contract come up because if they just ain't that nigga, then that means I don't know how they gonna build the team or whatever they trying to do. But we that might be the team that we need to talk to if we want to save some money and then give a throwaway contract. Um, y'all already know what I'm about to say, bro. So I ain't even gonna say it. But
I don't know what
listen,
you're gonna say.
I know what he's
I think
saying.
every, I think everybody in here know what I'm gonna say. But I'm not gonna say. Look, all I'm gonna say is, bro, listen, good trade today. We had a good 48 hours. I think we had a good week, if you want to be honest. A lot of people mad about how the draft board went. I'm not. I mean, I got three players that I'm impressed with. I mean, Nolan Trayor was on a couple of people's boards up in here, bro. So I'm cool, man. So I mean, let's see how it goes. Let's get this
Yeah.
shit rolling.
Damn, Cam's college buddy went to Philly.
Oh,
And that nigga went for Philly for McNuggets, bro. Niggas is signing Happy Meal deals out here. What the fuck is this? What, 5 mil?
I'm
uh,
done, man. I was funny.
hold
McNuggets.
on, hold on. We got Brooklyn LM on the panel too.
Niggas here
Yo, I wanted
scoffing
that.
at 5 mil. Like y'all niggas got 5 mil, man.
Nah, I
Five
ain't
mil,
stopping.
bro? Like, come on, bro. They out here. You
Nah,
talk about they penny pinching, bro. Like, ain't nobody got no bread.
listen,
That's wall. He went from 3 mil to 5 mil. He just went by 2 mil for
I
2 years.
It's a boost,
hold
bro.
on.
I mean,
Bro, like, listen.
Niggas
All
improved his
listen.
lifestyle by
I
two
care
million
about.
dollars.
Listen, he agreed to the money. I care about how he played basketball. Like, I ain't there with him rooting. Like, sign that paper, sign that paper. Like, just do the contract and then play basketball. I want to talk about how he pick and rolled and how he shot the three. That's just the kind of fan that I am. But
but
to each his
just
own. You know
just
what
just
I'm
to pass the ball, bro. Like, you can't help but to look at some of these numbers that niggas is signing, bro. Like, I ain't gonna hold you, bro.
But bro,
Some of these,
listen. The first time that I had an introspective look at why they do and sign these deals that you probably scoff at is be Cam Johnson. He was like, you don't know what it's like getting uprooted from your situation and this and that. And as much as you may say how you feel about it, he's giving you a perspective on what it's really like getting traded. He said, "You
absolutely,
fan." He said fans love it, but players are nervous wrecks. Like
absolutely.
we try to block. He's like, "Yo, we try to block it out, but and we know as professionals that it can happen, but
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying. You try not to let it get to you." That's what he was saying. I'm saying that
Yeah.
interview. And to Jay's, remember we had this conversation. I like to see them on podcasts. I don't really like
Right,
them to have their own podcast because I
right.
feel like it takes away and they get in the bag with the podcasting. So they like, I don't really need basketball. I could kind of play. These players are getting in trouble for gambling and all type of other shit, man. Like, what's
That's a
going
fact.
on, man?
I
Like,
ain't gonna lie, that nigga Beasley, bro. Like he might be going down, bro. Like, pause.
Whoa.
He might be going under the jail. They got the U.S.
but hold
They
on.
got the U.S. district attorneys involved.
Yeah, but hold on. Let me get to LM because LM I always like to say that, he liked the Spurs because of Tony Parker and just I would know a fan that watched the Spurs knows point guard play and how essential it is to winning basketball. See how the Nets went heavy with point guards. In your opinion, Brooklyn LM, how essential is the point guard position to winning basketball in today's NBA, modern NBA?
Very important. That's the guy that controls the whole, situation. You can't not even just this finals, but just in general, bro. If you don't got a good point guard, your team is in a shitter. You know what I'm saying? You need the point
Or
guard to control how everything happens on the
facilitate.
court, to facilitate, and I just don't agree with us getting three of them. but you know, it is what it is. So you got Yegor, you got Traore, one of the fastest players in the damn draft. Speedy Gonzalez, uh, good pick and roll handler. I won't be surprised if he's the best point guard out of the ones we picked,
Yo, hold
besides
on,
Jago.
Brooklyn LM, hold on.
But
Yo, who is this guy, big homie in the chat, man? He's been going at Dylan for like the last few minutes, man. Like, what's up with that?
What?
Wait,
I
I heard
don't
my
know
name.
who
What
that
happened?
is, bro.
That's a
I
little
heard my
much,
name. What
man.
happened?
Yeah, no, I'm
Somebody
saying,
named Big Homie is in the chat
Oh, he
talking
sounds fat as
crazy.
shit.
yeah, he keep going at you. I'm just trying to
Oh
figure out,
no,
like,
I think when you went live, the one time you came out with Gary and I a couple of days ago, he was in the chat bitching and complaining. So,
Yeah, he's saying he threw the Frank. Like, what's going on?
yeah, like,
yeah,
come on, man.
fun time.
I gotta know Frank. Um, you know what I'm
No Frank
saying?
policy,
Guaranteed. Yeah,
a no glizzy guarantee. It's a no glizzy guarantee over here, man. You gotta relax.
but
Yeah,
Yo,
you
but
know, fat people
overall,
got the biggest mouth.
I do like the I give
A
this straight a plus too. I like that. I know the 40 mil
plus,
in
nice.
his I know the 40 mil is a concern, but we're probably gonna package that up for a star. It's around the year where we're supposed to be competing anyway. So he's probably gonna be using that. So I ain't mad at it. I don't think he's gonna contribute much
Mhm.
to winning anyway. I mean, he's on a team where he can just do whatever the fuck he wants. Uh,
Right.
so
Yo,
it helps.
hold on.
Hey, yo, hold on.
Hold on,
Somebody in the
look,
chat bugging out, bro. Like,
hold on. I gotta take this seriously because, I don't want it to spill over to something bad. Now, I do have a no glizzy guarantee, and I do have a no Frank flying filtered
Philosophy.
conversation. Right,
It's a no
right. A
Frank philosophy
no
and a no
throw.
yeah,
glizzy
yeah, yeah. You got
Right,
guarantee.
it. Yeah, like
right.
that.
Hold on. Right,
That's a prison sentence right there, bro.
right.
Like
I got
for real.
a no throwing Frank policy because that's not entertainment. Once you and I want to be entertaining, but like say everybody's laughing and it's all he ha ha's. Then Frank start getting thrown around, then it becomes a whole different
That's not the type
energy.
of
You
party
know what I'm
we
saying?
like. Not one
Yeah,
bit.
exactly. So
Can't
This
be around throwing Coney Island Nathans out here, bro.
this
Like
ain't
what
a
the fuck is we
this ain't a
doing,
titty
bro?
party.
You wildin'.
right, right. So
Yeah.
um,
For real.
yeah,
I
easy.
don't
You're
I
Always
don't
not
do.
even know
helping. I
why.
cannot
Yeah,
read
I don't know
easy
what
comments right now.
I don't even know what the intent behind that is, but this dude
No,
been
I'm
going.
just saying. I'm just yeah. I don't
Nah,
want to go
because I've
past
been
that. I
following
just
the
wanted
last
to
five
be
minutes. Not to
right.
cut
I'm just saying.
anybody
I
I
say
just
off.
I've
want
been on
that
my
to
phone. I
be
haven't even seen a single thing.
right. I just want that to be the general consensus. Is that I don't. You could come to this page and drop your guard. You know, you should be able to feel confident that no other fan or man is going to throw the Frank at you. You know what I'm saying? Like this is. You're protected. You know what I'm saying? When you come to this platform, you're
Yeah,
protected. You know
that's
what I
fucking
mean?
I
great.
don't even think that shit should be discussed at all, bro. Like that should
No,
be
but
just
bro, like, yo,
it's not
listen,
funny, bro. Come on.
bro, like, what you mean? It should be discussed. If I listen, I can't have somebody in the chat going at somebody on a panel. It's one thing if I don't see it. It's one thing if it's one comment. It's every other comment he was doing, and that's why I stopped it.
Right.
It was an hour in, bro. I didn't say nothing for the first few times because I kind of like just ignored it. You know what I'm saying? And case in point is like, come on, bro, you taking away from the show. If you got something between you and him, and he, you know what I'm saying? Let bygones be bygones and stop throwing franks at each other. You know what I mean? And let's just
Shit,
try to
I ain't
move
throwing a
forward
Frank.
amicably.
I think it should be self-explanatory, bro. Like for
You know
real.
what I'm
But
saying?
the weird thing about it is they be doing this like that's why we feel like some Nets fans be unhinged. Like if somebody got a take different than yours, that's not a matter of you just throwing a frank. It's okay to just agree to fucking disagree and move the
Facts.
fuck
Facts.
on.
When
Like
you
me
have
and
Like
nothing,
Frank just did before.
when you have nothing good to say, all you do is say bullshit. That's what it comes down to. So if they say
yeah,
bullshit
like
to you,
Yeah,
don't even give
that's
it
a
a
lot
second
of what it
thing.
is. I mean, but
Yeah,
Uh,
but nah, but yeah, we could get to just a lot of different shit. A lot of different shit happening. I don't know what stands out for you guys that y'all want to talk about, but
The Rockets
but
getting
listen,
DFS for like 4 years,
listen.
50 million.
I'm
that's
a
a
listen.
robbery, bro.
Hold on. Listen, I'm a this one thing stands out for me that I want to watch with you guys. I'm gonna react to it. Then we could go around the panel. It's Sam Presti speaking on how he built his team, and then we can react to this. Then after that, y'all can just do what y'all want to do. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can rock out.
Sounds
Hold on.
good. Sounds good.
Most of these teams that win championships, they get splashy, big name trades. They get big name coaches, things like that. You guys, you mentioned homegrown, stuck to that plan. You did it very differently than anybody's ever done it. How much pride do you take in the fact that you did it your way, very different than others?
I don't know if pride is the right word, because it's like, to me, that's a little judgmental of the other ways that you can do it. To me, there's kind of three ways in the league. You can assemble teams, you can inherit and modify a team, or you can build a team. So I think there's three kind of modes, build, modify, assemble. How you do that, or the way in which you do that, I think is very contextual. For us, building is probably our best path here. And so, because of that, we don't have a lot of time to determine, well, which way should we go? So the paradox of choice is not really in our, you know, in our vantage point. So I think that helps us. We kind of know what our circle of competence is, and we try to really lean into that. But I think the way the guys have expressed that kind of in their play, the philosophies of the organization, and that's been really a special thing. And Mark being able to bring that to the court itself, was really unique, and that's one of the reasons why I love working with him.
All right, so basically, he said it's three ways that you could build a championship team, and he showed you the way that it worked for him specifically. And this is kind of the first time I actually heard Sam Presti speak. He's like a fucking myth. He's like a fucking dragon or some shit. I heard of him. I never actually heard him talk. So to hear him break down the different ways of building a team shows that he probably had different approaches, and the more successful is building from the draft. I would say for him specifically. Um, but he mixed it up, because if I had to say what he did with this team, it's modified. It's not just building straight from the draft. It's modified because you got Caruso, you know, but it is a lot of the draft with Shed and Williams. So I just think that he is showing you how to win with the new CBA. And yeah, if you want to study on how it's done, you should listen to some more St. Presti. But what you got on this, Notorious? No, let's just go the other way around. What you got on this, Brooklyn?
I agree. There's different ways of building a team, building a roster. Doesn't necessarily have to be just through the draft. It's plenty of different ways to go about building a team. Um, for them, OKC being a small market, uh, his approach kind of has to be a little bit different. In terms of possibly losing out in free agency due to the marketplace or whatever the case may be. I know they got Alex Caruso through trade, signed Isaiah Hartenstein in free agency, but they have to go through the draft and the building route unless it's through trade. So, but most of the moves he's made has done them pretty well. I mean, and the dude finally got his championship. Uh, Cultivated all stars there, James Harden, Westbrook, and Kevin Durant. So they've been doing things pretty well for the most part of pretty much a decade. So they've been doing things pretty right so far. So shout out to Sam Presti, shout out to his approach. And one of the arguably, if not probably the best GM in the league right now. So I can't be mad at it. You know, his approach to different things and the way he goes about it in terms of player building, in terms of just sometimes being patient, not taking the fast route, letting guys develop and grow, having a relationship with his players. You know, he's heavy on a lot of that. So shout out to Sam Presti, man.
Yeah, nah, all facts. Shout to Brooklyn LM, man. We're gonna go to Leaf. Leaf, talk to us. What you thought about what St. Presti said?
I thought it was 100% correct. I mean, a lot of us kind of knew it already, but he just worded it differently. Um, he did basically he did the same shit 13 years ago. When he did it do the draft, he drafted three top 75 overall players. James Harden, Kevin Durant, and Russell Westbrook. This time around, bro, like he traded for a nigga that just so happened to win MVP scoring title and a Finals MVP in the same season. Only two other people did that. Then he made another
He
trade.
bet on Shea too. He bet on Shea. Like he
Yeah,
was
yeah,
part of
yeah. He
that.
did. He
But
did.
but just to your point, Leaf, the actual trade to get Shea, that probably was the biggest shakedown I ever seen. When you talk about who got what and who won the trade, it was very
I
lopsided.
think well
Very
in
lopsided.
yeah, yeah, well in hindsight it was, but at the time when the trade was made, I'm pretty sure people was talking more about PG and Kawhi teaming up more so than they was talking about SGA on OKC. So
Yeah,
I
Exactly.
mean,
but window
so
wise, they were supposed to win it before
yeah,
OKC.
they were. They absolutely you absolutely right, bro. I'm not shying away from that. I mean, the PG Kawhi experiment didn't work out in terms of a championship because they were trying to win now, and that was the previous CBA. That was coming to the end of the last CBA where, they basically did the same shit we did with KD, Kyrie, and James Harden. They tried to go for the gusto. It didn't work. We tried to go for the gusto, it didn't work. So now with this new CBA, it's I won't say it's easy, but it's definitely Sam Presti is definitely in his comfort zone where he could go back to how he was doing it before, going through the draft, and now that every other team pretty much somewhat got to do the same thing, that makes the competition that makes the playing field a little bit more even. You know what I'm saying? But much respect to him. I thought he was the best G. I thought he was one of the best GMs for the past 10, 15 years. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they just didn't have a championship to show for it, and now they do. So I mean, that kind of solidifies him. You know,
Yeah,
so
no, all facts, all facts. Yo, subscribe to Lee 4788. He got like 305 subscribers, trying to go up. Now I'm saying we all trying to go up. Trust me, man. Throw all of y'all that's content creators. Throw your link in the chat so fans know where to find y'all at. Shout to Lee 4788. We're gonna go to This Is JTV. What you thought about Sam Preston, man? You think he really what he say is? Jay. All right, we gonna come back to Jay. Peoples, you there, Peoples? All right, we're gonna come back to Peoples. Next press, Dylan, you there? Lord have mercy.
They
All
said,
right, all right,
yo,
all right. All right.
Everybody went to sleep already.
We gonna go to everything booking us, John. Talk to us,
God
John. What's up?
damn.
Yeah, listen, I think it was masterful chess by Sam Presti. I mean, he, like you said, he bet on Shea that he could become a superstar, star type player, and the gamble really paid off. And then the wealth of assets he accumulated, getting all that draft capital. Now he's a championship team, and you still have 15 picks to work with. Like, it's definitely something unprecedented, and you can kind of see Marks trying to follow Yak, just getting all the assets you can while trying to build your core pieces. But I think the model he set up is great. Like you can choose to assemble a team like a lot of past teams did with like stars and all that. But now in the new CBA era, that really doesn't work unless you can win it in one shot. Whereas now, if you could build a solid core out of the draft, then you could assemble pieces from here or there. I think he did a great job this year of getting Caruso and Hartenstein. The Caruso one was a stroke of genius, not having to give up one pick to get Caruso. I mean, that was a heist of a century right there to get a very solid role player, and just all the pieces worked But even the culture, like you see after all these games, these guys, like instead of one player getting interviewed, they're always with each other in a group,
Yeah,
doing
I've
the
seen
towel
that too,
skit and all
John.
that. Like that's
Yeah.
fun. Like it's to see a team that's really there for each other like that. Like it's their own
Mhm.
style, their own way. And I think they just put all the pieces together. And then in the playoffs against some top teams, especially the Nuggets, you saw every time that they got punched, they came back and sucker punched. So it's like they never broke. And I just think Presti made so many right moves. And for the Brooklyn Nets, you're gambling on raw talent. But I think the idea that Sean Marks has that's really good is you want to maintain as much flexibility as possible, just like Presti did, as far as building the talent and letting the pieces work together. So I never think Sam Presti has established something new. And I think it's going to be interesting to see if the Brooklyn Nets can not follow it, but just try to make it their own. Because at the end of the day, you have to have the assets, you have to have the flexibility, and you have to have the talent. Sam Presti had all those things, and to do it in under 6 years, very impressive. It's impressive. The youngest finals championship team ever, definitely well earned. And I hope whoever does try to follow that model does it well, but does it with their own style at the same time.
Yeah, nah, shout out to John. Yo, if it's about the Brooklyn Nets, you can find John. He's on everything Brooklyn Nets. That's everything Brooklyn Nets, John. Yeah, man, we gonna go to Ice. He got a podcast called the Tip Off of Brooklyn Nets podcast, dope podcast. He be on Twitter. He be on YouTube too. Ice, talk to us, man. What you thought about Sam Presti and how he spoke about building rosters for a championship team?
I ain't gonna say he's ahead of his time, but he was like ahead of the CBA. You know what I mean? As
Facts.
as, as far as what John said, he basically had it a good timing on it, and now everybody else got to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Boston now got to
Right.
figure it out. OKC gonna have to figure it out in a little bit. Washington's doing the same thing as us. You know what I'm saying? They got flexibility, but they about to. Washington loaded with talent. We starting to get loaded with talent. All the teams at the bottom, I think, is damn near doing the same thing. So I think he almost seems like a genius right now how he did it. You know what I'm saying, through the draft and you know what I'm saying, trade, which you know what I'm saying is good. And like John said, that flexibility means everything. Per timing,
Everything.
timing is everything. You know what I'm saying? You can have somebody like MPJ on your roster and perfect time and somebody in the playoff need MPJ. You know what I'm saying? You get a young player and you get lucky with it. You know what I'm saying? It make you seem like you were smart for holding on to this player, you know what I'm saying, or giving them up at the right time and grabbing someone else that had upside that, like I said, like they team had to be scouting SGA when he was on the Clippers or while he was in the draft, and they just ain't draft him. So you know what I'm saying? You gotta be know what's
Facts.
going around the league and where players are at. If you couldn't draft, if you wanted somebody in the draft and you couldn't get them, and that team just happened to want somebody on your squad, you know what I'm saying? Then you make that move and you know what's going on with everybody. Like you said, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody was thinking about SGA, but they was. You know what I'm saying? They was definitely on SGA. So, you know what I'm saying? Just make
So
them look smart.
is it fair to say that you know what I'm saying? That trio, they didn't make sure that trio stayed together because they messed up that first trio in OKC with KD, Harden, and
Yeah,
Westbrook.
I think they got a better idea from messing up with that one. You know what I'm saying? I think they seen what happened with that one. It was like,
I
all
would
right,
agree with that.
like this time, you know what I'm saying? We finna put these pieces around and let these three rock out and see what happens. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good
But
question, Breeze. I would agree with that.
instead of a big two, it's a big three. It is a trio. It is essential that it is all three. Those three, I think, if they winning, you got to keep them together. You know what I'm saying? Like I think that's another thing that's important that a GM does. Like if they winning together, you got to keep them together.
Do you?
Should you?
I
Yeah.
mean, well, the real question
If
I want to ask
at that age, yes.
but I think
At
The real question is
the
the
real
real question is
question
can you?
is can you? That's the question I was
Especially in
For
this new
now,
CBA.
yes. For now, yes. For now,
for
it
this
can.
year
I mean,
definitely.
you got
But
to
I
pay
mean, but
Shea
for
in a
as
few
long,
years.
I think that the
A
thing about
few.
this
It ain't next
CBA,
year though.
the thing about this CBA, bro, like if you really want to keep a group together, you kind of got to do it like the Warriors did it, bro, back in 2015, bro, when Steph was only making $11 million a year, bro, like and making pennies on the dollar, and they was winning championships. I don't think you're
Hold
gonna
on.
do it by paying niggas max money, bro, because by this time next year,
No,
bro,
no, I'm not. I'm not. No, I'm
Jalen
not
Brown will
saying
probably
that.
be off of Boston.
No, no, but you're not debating me whether he be paying the max money. That was never the contrast. I'm saying that he can because Jalen Williams, again, he set the precedence. He showed how to win with the CBA. And on that note, we got to go back to
Right.
Ice. On that note, he got two lottery picks, and it shows that you don't
Yeah.
have to have a top five pick to make sure that this player contributes. And even I think Andrew Wiggins was like number 59 or some
I
shit like
mean,
that.
I mean, Chet
And I'm
did
just
go
saying,
number 2 though. I mean,
yeah, but you can say that Jalen Williams just had as much as impact as Shet did in the finals. You know what I'm
of course.
saying?
Well, I mean, yeah, I would say that. I mean,
So
Chet
that's what I'm
defend.
saying. That's what I'm saying is Sam Presti put pressure on GMs to scout talent. To Ice's point about how they was probably scouting Shea before he even got the OKC. They just didn't get a chance to draft him. And I
I
think,
feel like
and
Indiana put
that's
more
the,
pressure on them.
but
Yeah.
no, what I'm saying is to Ice's point because Ice was talking is I think that's the part that I don't want you to miss is what I said about they scouting more than one player. If they don't get it, if
Uh
they
huh.
don't got a chance to get them, fine.
Right.
But that's not. It's not like they got a whole team of scouts and they only looking at one play. I think they
Absolutely.
were. I think they were looking at Shea. They was looking at him and they seen what he did in regular season. So that was a good point that Ice made. But go ahead, Ice. I know you wasn't
Uh,
finished. Go ahead.
No, I'm good. You can pass it.
Breeze, that was an interesting question that you asked in terms of keeping them together. But being
We
what
got it.
everything that we know about this CBA, I think it might be a little bit difficult, especially if you got to pay
We
them
got to go
top
to Big
dollar.
Priest. We
I
got to
mean,
go to Big Priest. Hold on. Big Priest, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
This shit is
Yo,
super
Um,
nasty, bro.
um, I think Sam Presti got hella lucky because he didn't want to pay Shea, and he was finna move Shea until they, went on that run. So he got hella lucky because he went with his first instinct and got off of Shea before the contract. He would have been in the same boat. So a lot of that got to do with luck. There, and another thing is they got lucky with the Aaron Gordon injury, and they got lucky with the Tyrese Halliburton injury. So I mean, kudos to them though. I think what's going to happen is because Jalen Williams is the second best player, so Chet might be the odd man out when it comes to everybody getting their max money.
Right.
mm-hmm.
But
But
they're
Big
going to
Priest,
have to try to figure out.
remind fans where he was drafted at. Jalen Williams and remind them where Shaq was drafted.
I think he was like 14th.
I think 12.
I think it was the 12th or 11th.
Yeah, 12
He
or
was
11.
12th.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right, so he was in that back of the lottery range, and Chet was the number two pick.
So that my point is that a player in the back of the lottery could be better than the top two pick.
Yeah, he's because he is better than Chet. I
Just saying.
mean, it is what it is. So and Chet, because of how this thing gonna work, they're gonna pay Jalen Williams,
Yo, this is
whether or
Chet's
not.
second year in the league, though. You can't just say he better than him
They
automatically.
got
I
drafted
said
the
he.
I
same
I
mean,
year.
said
they got drafted, but on the same draft though.
yeah. They
Who?
came out.
Who?
They
Shay and
J
Chet?
No, J Dub
no
No,
and Chet.
Jalen
Oh, I thought you
Williams.
said
No,
Shay
J
and Chet.
Dub.
No,
My
J
bad.
Dub and Chet.
yeah,
No, I
Williams.
said Jalen Williams is better than Chet, and
And
he's their
Chet had to
second
sit
best.
a year out, though.
But what I'm saying is Jalen Williams is their second best player based off of right now. Nobody can look at that run and say that Chet is their second best player based off the
Right.
run to the
No,
final.
right.
Right.
So, and they're going to have to pay J Dub, and whether or not they pay Chet is going to really hamstring them because you can't keep Chet and keep Caruso and keep the other
Hartenstein.
guys, Wiggins and all those guys off the bench. So the whole reason they won was because of their flexibility and all those players. They ran about 10 deep. So you can't.
Right.
That's where the issue comes in. When the guys are ready to make their big money, how do you keep a competitive team around them?
Great point. Great point.
But That's where their biggest issue is going to come in, and it's not hitting them yet. But J Dub is coming up, and then Chet that very same year will be coming up.
I
So
think I think they trade Chet and Lou Dort. There's some
I
guys
think,
that they
but
could extend.
SGA got to sign the extension too.
Is it for this year or next year? This year, right? This
This was
coming year.
this
I
year
think
because
it's
coming
this
into
year.
the season he expiring.
They said I thought
Uh,
they said he was 3 years into a 5-year deal right now.
no, he's due for a
I don't
supermax
need,
this summer.
he's looking at the supermax, but
Yeah.
I highly doubt OKC drop that bread. Somebody, I feel like this shit got pay cut written all over it to me if
Wait,
they really want to stay together.
I thought you could
You
only
think he
get the
taking a Brunson
supermax
approach?
from the team who
I think
drafted.
no,
SGA
they
might
got
be willing to
when
take
they
a
traded
picture.
for him. When they traded for him, they got his bird rights.
Oh,
Right.
When they traded for him, they got his bird rights, so they can sign him to the supermax, and they can So and he will get the supermax. He Shea is going to get the supermax.
I think he stays. I don't think he's
J
leaving.
Dub, but that's the crazy thing about it because before they signed him to this extension that he's on now, they they didn't want to they
They
didn't
sure
want to do
did.
that deal.
They sure did.
They was ready to get off of Shea.
They was.
Gosh Almighty, said Presti gets lucky, but it is what it is. We'll see how that works. I think a better example for us to try to follow would be Indiana because they really got pieces that other guys didn't want, like a Neesmith who was in the Celtics. You know,
But hold on, Big Priest. With him being shot, even though he was being hasty, with him being shot and actually not trading Shea, didn't it pay off? And the reason why I said that because the other day I had a clip of Gary Payne talk about how he played bad basketball his first 2 seasons, and he didn't get better into his third season. Case in point is Seattle would have made a mistake trading him because he played bad that first two. I feel like the teams that really
I
invest in
want to
the
give a
play.
lot of credit outside of the Sam Presti point. I want to
Mhm.
give a lot of credit. Well, this actually has something to do with Sam Presti, to them
Okay.
bringing in Chris Paul and teaching those young guys how to win. That plays a big part of it too,
Nah, of course,
because
the veteran
that
leadership.
that Chris
I would
Paul
agree with that, even though I don't
that
fuck with
Chris
Chris
Paul
Paul, but I
pickup
agree with that.
is that first year that they made the playoffs, and they got to see how a professional prepares, how an all-star prepares, how a guy who's an all-time great goes about his business, and that went a lot into, you know, where they were able to get to as well. So that's
Yeah,
also
hold on. I just wanted to make this last point, Big Priest, before you go, and then we get to Notorious. Then we go around the panel. Is that three examples I could think of? Curry almost got traded, and it wound up paying off that he didn't get traded.
hmm
Shea, like you just said, and I forgot the third one. It was the third one I forgot. But those two for sure. Yeah, you see where I'm going with this, though.
hmm
Like it, I'm saying that the same thing for the Brooklyn Nets. Be shy to trades. Just don't jump to it. Like make it's a big decision. That's all I'm saying is that it's a big decision. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying be shy to it, so you know that you doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying? So that's it. But go ahead,
Yeah,
Notorious.
because
What
it
you
would
thought?
be crazy. And this is I'm gonna land the plane with this, but
Yeah,
it'd be crazy if Cam Johnson does help Denver get back to the chip,
they
and
got Bruce Brown back too.
yeah. They
so
needed
that
Bruce
would be
Brown.
crazy. So and that trade we helped facilitate them getting him back as well. But that's it. You can go to Notorious.
Y'all
But
sure we ain't
Notorious.
gonna do another Uno reverse? You sure?
yeah,
Nah,
I'm
Go
good.
ahead,
I'm
Joe.
it
all
You
was
for
got
it.
Big
it.
Priest's turn, but Big Priest wasn't there, and that's why I hit you with the Uno
Yeah,
reverse. My
Okay.
bad. He said the Uno reverse. You crazy.
Joey, turn the stove on.
Uno
I'm
reverse
good.
is
I
crazy
ain't
though.
gonna. I like Sam Presti, man. I think he's smart, patient, and calculated. Um, and this may sound crazy, but I think what OKC is doing right now, it kind of reminds me of like San Antonio, like in their glory days, bro. I felt like they just had a good system. They was in a small market. And they did everything the right way. Like they scouted players right, they drafted players right. You know what I mean? They made all the right small moves. He made the right trades. Obviously he made the correct trade for Shea when everybody really wasn't looking at Shea to be much. You know, He built around him. He got the right got collected his draft picks. He waited. He drafted right. He built the core around Shaw, and then once he felt like his team was good enough, he made the right trades to improve around the edges, which is getting the Carusos and um make signing the Hartensteins in the free agency. So I think he's a hell of a GM, and I respect him a lot.
All right, that's what's up, bro. We got Easy on the panel too. Easy, man. We said a lot, man. Anything specific you wanted to talk about, and then we'll just go from there. You know what I'm saying? Since you just joined the panel, man, talk to us, Easy. What's the word, buddy?
Yo, I'm hot. My mic good? I'm hot. I'm hot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you
good,
good, you
brother.
good,
You
you
good,
good.
Yo, what's the word, yo? Real quick, yo. Cause I ain't trying to, you know what I'm saying? Real quick. I ain't really got nothing to say to what y'all said. Whatever y'all said, it is what it is. I accept it. I'm here to fucking throw caution to the wind real quick. That's what I'm
Talk to
here to
us.
do. I'm here to stand on my nuts. Pause.
Okay.
Next season, Atlanta versus Orlando in the ECF. Atlanta going to the finals. Next season, Houston versus OKC in the WCF. Houston goes to the finals. Houston win the
Whoa.
fucking chip. Houston win the
Wait,
fucking chip.
wait, 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 wait.
Houston
Hold
win
up,
the
hold up,
fucking chip.
hold up, hold
Houston
up,
win
Ooh.
the fucking chip.
hold up, hold
Atlanta
on,
goes
hold
to
on,
the
hold on,
finals.
hold on,
That's what
easy.
I'm on right
That's a
there.
bold
That's what I'm on.
Hold on,
prediction.
hold on,
That's
hold
what
on,
I'm on.
easy.
That's what I'm
Hold
on.
on,
That's
hold
a
on,
That's
bold
what
wait.
I'm on.
prediction.
Hold on, hold on. No,
Slow
no,
down,
no.
easy.
Let Easy let Easy talk his shit. Go ahead, Easy. What?
That's what
Tell
I'm
us
on
why you
right
think
now.
that.
Next season. I'm rolling with Atlanta and Houston, Orlando. These niggas gonna make some fucking noise. Atlanta
Okay.
going to the finals next year.
I mean,
Atlanta going to the
what
fucking finals.
this season coming up? They going to
This
the
this
finals.
this, this season coming up, they going to the finals, nigga. They going to the finals.
You
If
got bread on.
I
You
ain't gonna
got
lie,
you.
I ain't
Well,
gonna
They
lie.
hold
going
up.
That
to the
team
That's
look
finals.
nasty.
I
That
like
team
the
look
I like the
nasty.
bravado, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I do like what they
me too.
done, but I mean, I think. Listen, I think it's a couple of teams that might have something to say about it.
Fuck
Orlando and
them other
definitely.
teams, my nigga.
Oh,
Fuck Indiana.
wait,
Fuck New
wait, wait,
York, nigga.
wait, wait,
Atlanta
wait,
to
wait.
the finals.
I didn't say. Hold up.
Fuck
Hold
them
Whoa.
on.
niggas.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Tell them niggas walk down the block, man. We ain't
Wait a
talking about
minute.
them no
Wait a
more. Fuck
minute.
them
Wait.
niggas.
Hold on. Easy. Hold up. Wait. Now you said
Brooklyn all
Orlando.
day. Brooklyn
Now,
all day, nigga.
now you said
You think Orlando
Orlando.
not gonna win? You think? Oh, I think
Now,
Orlando get them
you
over.
do no. Hold up. You do Orlando in that ECF. I mean, I'll be honest with you, bro. Like, I mean, I listen. I like what Atlanta is doing. I really, really do, bro. I don't know who they got at that center spot just yet, but
They got
I.
KP.
KP.
Porzingis.
Oh yeah, they do got KP. You absolutely right, Bucket.
That nigga gonna
But
be out in 2 weeks.
I don't
Yeah.
say that. Don't say
that
that, bro.
nigga gonna
Don't
be
say
out
that,
in
bro.
two
Don't rain
weeks.
on my parade, bro. Don't rain on my parade,
I'm
bro.
not gonna rain on your
I'm
parade, but
sorry. I'm just
Pause.
saying.
Don't do that,
I'm
Yo,
not
He
bro.
gonna
hold
gonna
on,
you
hold
listen.
think
on,
he
I,
gonna
hold on,
play a
hold
whole
on,
Y'all,
hold on.
season?
Hold
y'all
on.
be optimistic as
No,
hell, bro.
no.
Don't do
Listen,
that, bro.
listen.
listen.
Be
Hold on,
quiet,
Hey,
bro.
listen.
Atlanta
Hold on.
did some
Leaf.
things, bro.
Hold
I
on.
will say that.
Let me add to what Easy said on the optimistic side of it. What if and this is just real strategy because I've seen the Celtics do it. What if they intentionally keep Porzingis out into the playoffs? Because in my opinion, without Porzingis, Orlando can make the playoffs. And they just make sure he healthy for the playoffs, and they like practice with him until then. But he don't really play no games. He just whole
How
lot
long
of
you gonna keep him out, Breezy?
just keep him out the whole shit. I mean, to the
Houston fucking with
playoffs.
y'all
Keep him
hooping.
out the
Fuck that.
whole
Wait,
season?
what?
And there's
But
Houston
no
taking
I
y'all
no
mean,
out
no.
but
next year.
if
Nah,
Houston
he
taking
gotta
y'all
play a
out
Porzingis,
next
couple of
year.
games.
hold
He
up,
Houston to
wait,
gotta
the
play
wait,
a
wait.
couple
finals.
of games, man.
If
Houston to the
hold
finals.
on,
The
wait.
Rockets to the
I got a
finals next year.
question.
Hold
If
on, real quick, Leaf. Hold on, real quick. To my nigga Wu Pig in the comments. Houston to the fucking finals. They take you on the WCF. Game 7, nigga. KD shows
Wow.
up, my nigga. Yes, I'm on that right now, my
Houston
nigga.
is
Yes, I'm
definitely one
throwing
of the
caution to the
contenders,
wind.
I
man. I ain't
mean,
gonna
you
lie.
Fire
hold
and
up,
brimstone in this bitch, my nigga.
hold up.
Houston to the fucking
You
finals.
got KD lasting that long, bro? Like,
Yeah, my nigga, they doing it, bro. They
I
doing
don't.
that.
I mean, listen. Hey,
They
look,
doing that.
look. Look. I want to be honest with you, bro. Like, I like the teams that they done built, bro. I mean, Orlando is gonna be tough for sure. I ain't gonna. I'm not gonna hate, but Orlando gonna be tough for sure. I don't know what the West is gonna really look like. San Antonio. Hey, yo, LM. Listen. With all due respect, San Antonio should make the fucking playoffs, bro. It shouldn't be no excuses. I ain't
Oh
gonna
no,
lie.
I agree.
They might trade for Giannis, bro.
They
Like, you see
they
what the Bucks did today, man? The Bucks got all small guys next to Giannis, man. That
If
ain't gonna
I
Giannis
don't
be.
know.
don't request a trade, I don't know
I ain't
what
gonna
that
lie. That
nigga
nigga
on.
Giannis gonna axe out. Giannis definitely gonna axe out. Now back to this Atlanta shit. Now I like what Atlanta has done in terms of two-way players, but I think me and you both talked about this. I think it's all contingent on what type of version of Jalen Johnson we see this season.
You
That's
getting the
I
true.
best version. You getting peak version that we got today.
so me and you talked about it. He
That's a
about to be.
triple double threat right there. That's what we talking about right
No
there.
me and you had conversations. You on the record. He about to be Blake 2.0.
It's beyond Blake. It's
It's
beyond
What?
Blake.
beyond Blake.
It's
Okay,
beyond Blake.
So
Blake never came into the league with this much
okay,
playmaking, this much handle.
I
Blake
think
never
niggas
came into
forgot
the
what
league
Blake
with this
was
much
doing.
Nick,
playmaking and this much
bro,
handle.
I think niggas
Blake
forgot what Blake
never
was
you
came
must
doing
have
in
into
forgot
the
his.
about
league
what
with
Blake was
this much
doing.
Did you
playmaking
know
and this
what
much
Blake was
handle.
doing in his rookie
Blake
year from
never
moving
came
forward?
into the league with this much playmaking and this much handle and
He
could shoot
averaged
from the
22
outside.
his rookie year.
No, he did. Blake Griffin came into
Blake,
the league with shooting and handle and playmaking.
I mean, nah, well, mostly athleticism. I
Mostly
will give you that.
athleticism, but he
Jalen
was a
Mostly,
Johnson is
dog.
beyond Blake.
I mean, but hold up. Let's be real, bro. The version of Blake that you talking about in terms of skill set, we saw all of that in Detroit, and when he
And
made
we
an
talking
All
about
NBA
year
team.
3 Jalen
Yeah.
Johnson right now.
We talk so all right. So year three, Jalen Johnson is basically both
He's taking
versions.
the J Dub leap. That's what I'm telling you right
So
here, right now.
he's basically both versions of Blake, bro, fused into
No,
one
he
body.
taking the J Dub leap. However that look like, it was gonna look like it. But he taking
A
that J
J
Dub leap.
Dub lead, bro.
It's gonna look like all NBA type
Got
shit. It's
all
gonna look
star,
all
all
NBA,
NBA,
all
all
NBA
defender.
type shit. All NBA type shit. All
Okay,
NBA
all
type shit.
right, all right, all right. All right, listen, hey, I'm gonna hold you to it because if shit go left, I'm coming back here.
Niggas being boring, man. I want throwing fire to the fucking wind, my nigga. Throw some
Yo,
heat into this bitch.
Jay's
Hell
got
yeah,
Wait,
this.
nigga.
so all right, so
If
easy.
I'm
Hold
wrong,
on.
I'm
So hold
wrong.
up,
If I'm
right?
wrong, I'm wrong. But
So hold
fuck
up,
that,
right?
nigga. I'm riding with who I like right now,
So
my nigga. We in
so
the
hold
off
on.
season.
So hold on, easy, right? So I just looked up
We winning it.
Blake Griffin year. I think the first year he got injured or something. I'm not sure,
Nah,
but he
not
definitely
yet.
averaged.
He
But
averaged
so
22-11, bro, before CP got there.
yeah. So third, if we talking about technically one of his years or third year or fourth year, he averaged 24, 7, and I think he averaged four assists per game.
Pull a Jalen Johnson stats.
Oh, I got it. He got 19.
That's what he did around his third or fourth year.
Yeah,
So if you
19.
telling me
Jalen
Jalen
Johnson,
Johnson
you
is
telling
doing
me
that,
Jalen Johnson is
Hold
his
on,
about
Hold on,
third
to
hold on,
year,
hold on.
hold
Let
on,
ice
hold
go.
on,
Let ice
hold on,
go. Let
hold on,
ice
hold on,
go. Let ice go.
hold up. Atlanta also drafted Ace Newell, but Jalen Johnson's stats is 19, 10, and 5 at 50% field goal
oh,
percentage.
yeah, that's tough.
Bring up the three. Bring up the
that's
three
tough.
for me, Ice. What's the 3-point percentage on how many
But not
attempts?
the 3 point is his field goal percentage is 50%.
Ooh,
His field goal percentage. Hold on, his
They got a
three
lot
point.
of wings in Atlanta now. But here's my
they
question:
damn sure do.
Can you win with Trey Young? Though is the question. That's the
Niggas
only
hear them
thing.
stats about Jalen Johnson. The room
His
go
fourth
quiet
year,
now, nigga. The room go quiet
his
now,
third or
my
fourth
nigga.
His,
Niggas
year.
trying to shoot
his,
my
his
young boy,
three
my
point.
nigga.
Hold on,
Ice,
let me tell you.
before you read it off, Blake Griffin's third or fourth year, he shot 40% from the 3-point line.
All right,
On
so
how
Mm,
many attempts?
his, his,
probably
his,
3. I want to say 3 or 4.
his is
Blake?
30. Jalen Johnson's for this year because he only played 36 games is 31%.
How many attempts?
That's not bad. But
That's
if you telling me he gonna take a jump of like he averaging 24,
I mean,
then I
because
mean,
he's at 19, 10, and 5.
yeah, listen, 19, 10, and 5. It's only a few niggas in the league averaging that, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
yeah.
That's Sabonis. We talking about Sabonis, Giannis, and then the rest of the niggas is basically the elite of the elite, bro. I mean,
But that don't mean he'll take a scoring lead. That don't mean he'll probably be the second lead in scoring next to Trey Young.
I think it's
If that's the
possible.
case.
No, 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 no,
But I
no, no,
think
no, no.
I
Trey
think it's
Young gonna take
possible
a
for him
back
to
seat.
take it. Yeah,
No,
I think
Trey
it's
Wait,
Young
what you
gonna
yeah.
take
said?
the back seat. Trey Young is gonna take the back seat and let all these this new talent come to the team. He gonna let them work. It's not gonna be the same Trey. It can't be the same Trey. You're not gonna if you
So
see anything close to
you think
25,
his
it's
scoring
not gonna be
averages
right.
go down?
His scoring average going to go down, and if anything, his assists might go down as well with it. but
Right.
everybody else stats is going the
You,
fuck up, nigga. We
you know
going
what's
up.
it? Easy. You know what's interesting about that? Trey
Mm.
Young apparently had a big say in recruiting Nikhil Alexander Walker and Luke Kennard to the team today. Apparently, he was involved in
Mm.
those talks. He told them,
All
guys, you want
right.
to come play with me? And they were like, okay.
He.
Look at the star player
I,
making moves. Look at the star player putting in
I'm
work for
I'm
his
I'm
team.
I'm with it. I mean,
I
listen,
mean,
hey
Atlanta
Trey,
should definitely be good next year for sure. For sure, that
that's
team
for
looks
But
sure.
hold
I
on,
crazy.
mean,
hold on.
yeah, they shouldn't
Hold on.
have.
I wanted to add to Easy Point and say that I think it's fair. I think it's righteous that the NBA or specifically the Houston Rockets, they, you know what I'm saying, say, yo, look, we really want to compete. We see what OKC did, but they ain't looking at them like they unbeatable. Any team that take a team to 7 games, they don't look unbeatable to teams like Houston. Houston looking like, yo, y'all, we could beat y'all, yo. Like dead ass. I'm about to pull up the stats and see what the record was between OKC and Houston was last year, but because I
Houston to the
really do think the
finals.
Rockets believe they could beat OKC
Them
and
niggas might be the first seed in the West.
I believe what
Houston
Easy
to the
talking about.
finals. Houston to the
I'm picking up what
finals.
he putting
I don't
down.
know
I ain't gonna
about
lie.
Houston.
Houston to the finals.
I don't
Houston
know
to the
about that.
finals. A man Thompson
Uh,
taking the All
Ky-
But what about
NBA
hold
lead.
up? But what
Kyrie,
about
Bruh,
Jordan?
Kyrie
Dame
should
Who
be
Jordan
back
Young
did
by
all
bruh,
that
taking
shit
the
look.
too? You
All
think
NBA
Yeah,
Houston
lead.
bro.
getting past him?
Listen, you got these
You
players,
about to
Kyrie should
bro.
see
be
some
back
shit
by
next
the time
season.
playoffs start, right?
Bro,
Or he be out for the
listen,
whole
You
year.
are about to see some shit
nah.
next season,
Listen,
nigga.
hey, look. I'm
You hear
with
what
you,
I'm
bro.
telling you?
But I'm listen. My only counter to that is, bro. Like, if you gonna say that about Amen Thompson and Jalen Johnson, you might as well say the same thing about them niggas in Orlando too. So, like, let's not act like Paolo didn't break out of the gate
Paulo
this
and
season.
Franz taking the major leap too. If anything, I'll say this, bro. If they didn't get hurt, that leap would have happened this year. You'd have been having a
Oh,
different
absolutely,
conversation about
absolutely,
Yeah, that's
Cleveland
a
and
fact.
absolutely,
Boston.
That's a
You'd have
fact.
been having a
absolutely,
way different conversation, bro.
absolutely,
See, happy both these niggas ripped their oblique on some crazy shit, my nigga.
absolutely, and let's stay on that point, bro. I think Orlando is closer to everything that you said about Jalen Johnson and Amen Thompson. I think Orlando as a collective is closer to that than them two niggas that you mentioned. If you really want to keep it a five, bro, like because if you saying that they was on their way to that shit this year, and they had to basically tear obliques and all types of crazy shit. They gonna come back next year with Desmond Bain, and they gonna feel tougher than ever. You got a little Ninja Turtle on your team, my nigga. That's gonna put hands on somebody in the
Yeah,
locker room.
y'all feel Detroit go further next year?
It depends on who they get this offseason.
Cade is
Yeah,
putting
that see
himself in
my
the
So
thing is
far,
MVP
so
that's
far
why
they
I
got
conversation.
wanted
they
that's why I
got
wanted to
Levert. So I don't
no,
know.
that's why I wanted to have the
I thought
conversation
they
with
was
Easy
gonna get
because I think
MPJ
Detroit
instead of
can
us,
beat
bro. Actually, if
I think
MPJ would have went over there, I thought they would have been all right.
I think Detroit could beat Atlanta, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I think Detroit could beat Atlanta, bro.
Don't rain on my parade, bro. What's going on
I'm
here,
about to
son?
look at their
I
roster,
mean,
bro,
you
I
man.
think
not,
you
but
got
there are threats
easy.
to
You got to look at
Atlanta.
the rest of the teams, bro.
There's
Like I
definitely
don't
threats
know.
to Atlanta. Orlando's one of them. I think Detroit one of them too.
I don't think
All the
Atlanta
best
I
like.
think
teams in the
y'all don't
East
think
all
Detroit a
have
top
problems
four
with
team?
Atlanta.
I think Detroit
I
is
think
still
they're
top
top
five.
seven. I
I
think
think
they're a
that I
top
give them
seven
top
team.
five, top six
Okay.
because they finished five this year. So
Yeah, they could be a top five, top 16 next year.
I
But
mean,
I
but
don't think if they face Atlanta, I don't think that shit gonna be like in the playoffs. I don't think that shit gonna be like that shit might go 7 or 6.
yeah. Is there
I don't
is
think
there
that'll be a
any other
sweep.
team, bro? That is there any other young team in the East, bro, that we looking at that we not looking at that's gonna take a leap?
Oh,
Toronto.
maybe Toronto. They should.
They got all
They
the
got a
rings.
squad over there. They definitely should be
They
taking
got
the lead
all
next
the
year.
rings. Yo,
I
I
mean,
want to
but
say Charlotte, but
no, no.
they not. They probably not.
So Charlotte,
They
Charlotte,
should.
Charlotte, Charlotte should be the one team that's worse than us.
If Lamelo Ass can stay healthy for once in his
That's
life,
not
maybe
gonna
they'll do
happen.
good.
That them niggas bones is brittle, bro. I don't know what the hell going on over there. They got
Chicago. I don't.
Chicago might be slightly better than us just off the
I
strength that
mean,
they
they
got.
got a Senge, right? They got a Senge,
Got a
Brazilius.
Singe. I think a Singe is a project. The real problem on that team is Bazalis, bro. Like he gonna be an issue.
What y'all
Oh yeah, he
talking
gonna
about
be a.
right now, bro? Why y'all talking about other teams gonna be better? Y'all don't remember what happened this season, bro? And y'all don't think it's gonna be the same thing or even better,
Easy.
bro?
Every year, another team take a jump that's unexpected though. Like we don't know what team. We don't know who gonna be a 7 seed next
Wait,
year,
wait, wait. What's the
or
question? Is the
or
team
eight
taking a
Hold
seed.
on.
jump or gonna be better than us? What's the
Easy,
question?
bro. We got a key in, bro. The Eastern Conference alone got 3 Achilles injuries for the year, my
Wait,
nigga.
wait,
Like,
wait. Hold on. What's the question
Right.
though?
One of the
The
team
team taking a jump or the team being better than us? Wait, hold on. What's the question?
teams that's gonna take a jump, like the teams that do the top
Oh, okay, okay,
eight
okay,
or
okay.
10 seeds. Which team do you think is going? It's going to be weird because Tyrese is out, Tatum is out, so those are not they
Dame
automatically
is
out.
out.
Dame is out. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be 7, 8, 9. Look like that shit going to be up for grabs.
I mean, we damn near talked about all the teams in the East at that point. I mean, we said Atlanta,
Yeah.
Orlando, then we like so
You know what, bro? I
Boston,
think.
Indiana.
Listen,
So
I know everybody
we
want
won't be
that. I
like,
know everybody want to hit. A lot of people want a top 10 pick, but fuck that, bro. We sleeping on our damn stuff, bro. I think we gonna be all
Nah, I'm
right,
not
this is
sleeping,
what I'm saying,
bro.
bro. Like,
Bro,
this why I got the
yo,
question
niggas. We
confused,
Yo,
sleeping
bro.
on
I'm
our
good at
damn
nigga
selves. I
leaving
ain't hear
niggas
bro,
say that.
nobody
you,
say nothing about us
bro,
making no
Bro,
leaps.
hold
stop,
on, bro. I was just
bro.
about
Hold
to
on,
go there, bro. I was just about to go there, bro.
No, hold on,
Oh
You
yeah,
see, that's
Ricky,
crazy work,
Ricky,
hold
son.
on,
before you say
time out,
anything,
That's
before you say
crazy
bro,
work, son.
anything,
bro. The
damn, we
name,
done
Playing.
changed up
bro,
early,
No,
bro.
bro.
no, Ice.
No, no,
Nah, nah, Breeze.
time
Respectfully, I
out.
didn't hear that
Nah,
part,
time
bro.
out, bro. The name of the show is Brooklyn. I said Brooklyn rookies will shock NBA, bro. Like, all right. So again, now that we back to the title of the soliloquy, right? That's what I said in the title. The reason why I said what I said is because the Brooklyn Nets are playing with house money. Like, if we lose, we lose. You got fans that feel like, yo, if we lose, we're not even going to get a top 5 pick. We're not going to get a top 3 pick. This season is straight house money, bro. I'm telling you. And on top of that, you got mismatches. You know what I'm saying? If they agree to not put, I think they could put I think they could put Drake Powell at second string two guard, and he could get a lot of minutes. I think Nolan Troyore could be the second string point guard, get a lot of minutes. Diego Demen start, get a lot of minutes. Danny Wolf start or be the second string four, get a lot of minutes. And who did I leave me with? I'm missing somebody. Saraf. He be
Zaire.
no,
Send
no,
that
no,
nigga
no,
to the
no, no,
G
no.
League. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm not talking about Zaire. I'm talking about the rookies. And
Oh, the
why
Ben
and how they
rookies.
gonna
Sherrod.
shock
Okay.
and how they could shock the NBA. The reason why, in a nutshell, I say they could shock the NBA is because of the stat minute. That stat. Look at the stat of the minutes. They're gonna be the top rookies getting minutes this season, which leads
So,
to opportunities, bro. So they're
my
gonna shock the
nigga,
NBA, bro.
They're
I'll
gonna
be
give me a
honest. I'll
rookie
be
of the
honest
year.
with you, yo. I'll be honest with y'all, bro. If we got all 5 of them niggas clocking crazy minutes this year, and all 5 of them niggas make the all rookie team, bro, I swear to God, bro. Oh my
Okay,
God.
so we being unrealistic now.
I know we
But
being
about how?
unrealistic, bro.
Hold on.
But
But
Nigga,
it's about the minute.
if Diego
They're
Demi
gonna
make
get
an
minutes,
all
bro.
rookie
They
team,
definitely gonna
that's
get
a
minutes.
W. If one of our rookies make an all rookie team, nigga, that's a W.
He just said
Or
all
all
five.
rookie first team.
I
He
said
said
all
He just
5,
said
my
Yeah,
nigga.
all
all
five.
Oh, you
five.
said
I ain't
all
gonna lie.
five? Oh,
He
nah,
just
that's
said
Yeah,
all
I
crazy.
five.
jumped
all
clean off the
five,
Drake
top
bro.
rope.
recommend
Yes, I
I
rookie of
say
the
did.
one
year.
of them niggas.
Yes,
I
I
say
jumped
all
He
off
just
the
said
five,
top
all
rope.
All
bro.
Fuck
five.
that.
five, dog.
Yes,
All
I did.
five,
I
dog.
jumped
I didn't
off the
hear that
top
word.
rope. Yes, I did. Yes.
I respect it
Listen,
though. I respect it. I do.
It's
hold on. We going
impossible though. You need different rookies from like every
hold on.
each team.
Hold on, y'all.
Yo, the Rockets winning the championship and all 5 of the rookies making the rookie team seem about the same to me.
Hell yeah, this nigga got
Listen.
Atlanta in the finals, bro. All 5 of our niggas can't make the all rookie team. Get the
Right,
fuck
seem
out of
seem
here.
about the same.
Come on,
Yeah, leave. Yeah, my nigga. Yes. You know what?
nigga,
Fuck
all
that.
5 of these
All
niggas up
five of
there.
these niggas
Fuck
make the
that.
rookie team, nigga.
All
You know.
rookie team. But
Hey,
nah,
you know
nah,
what?
nah.
You know what? Zion Williams getting MIP. Zion Williams getting MIP, my
But
nigga.
you know
Fuck
what's
all that.
crazy?
We
But you know
stepping
what's
Fuck it,
up.
crazy
Cam
about
Thomas
all
winning
5?
Finals MVP. We going to the finals this year.
All right, all
You know
right,
what?
all
Yes, we
right,
doing that,
all
my
right,
nigga. We
all
jump off
right,
the building
all
now, dog.
right,
Off the
all right.
building.
Yeah.
Y'all niggas is jumping off
Hold
the
on.
fire escape, bro. Like,
Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Y'all know my middle name is Clip It Up. So hold on. I wanted to go to Scott real quick.
Oh,
It's
don't
just
clip
true.
that up. Don't clip that
Hold
up.
on,
Nah,
That's
the
hold on. No,
too
AI
no, no.
clip.
soon.
He
Nah, the
gotta
AI
clip
clip
that
nigga
it.
up.
I'm
said,
just
don't
saying.
clip that up. That's getting
Nah, we
clipped, nigga.
clip
It's
that
over
shit.
right there.
We got
It's
clip that
over
shit.
with. LME point.
Hold
AI
on.
caught that shit.
Hold on. I want to go to Scott. Do you think I was saying this earlier? So it's kind of a rhetorical question because I think the European League, them going into the NBA draft, and the college players going into the NBA draft, they're narrowing the talent gap. I'm not saying I do think the college players going to the NBA draft are better than the Euro League's players going to the draft, but it's you can argue it. With Wemby going number one, and I think there was another foreign player that slips on mine right now that went number a top pick. And I'm saying that to say they're narrowing the gap. The Euro League talent is narrowing the gap of the talent in the college players that's getting drafted by the NBA. But what's your take on that? How you feel about what's your take?
I think when you look at the Euro leagues and overseas, it's like when you have one of their great players, a player come to the NBA and make an impact. It's not as often as you think it is, considering how many people are playing ball. We're in college here. You develop a good foundation if you're playing in the United States. A lot of them end up in the NBA, believe it or not, especially within the top of those schools. So,
Okay.
yeah, I mean, of course they're going to learn a little bit. They're playing more, and they playing against us.
Yeah, but I mean, no, just I'm just trying to kind of speed through. That's my fault, Scott.
Yeah,
But I just wanted to get your take on just the first day of free agency, man. What was your thoughts? But Sean Marks, what you thought about Sean Marks today, more so?
I think this is his bag. When he do trades, he can get it. When he's in a position of where you got to come to him, he know how to manipulate it.
I told the nigga not to do trades, bro. He actually did good.
Yeah, because he does sometimes. He does make good moves.
I don't know about that,
I told people from the very beginning.
I don't remember the last trade that he made before these last 2 weeks that was good, bro.
I hate to call somebody out, but I'm gonna call somebody out. Dylan and them. Dylan.
Damn.
I have to because he kills Sean Mark, and he thinks that they suck. I mean, yeah, they make bad moves, but who don't? There's plenty of teams in the 32.
Dylan is out here getting shot up tonight, bro. God
There's plenty of out of them 32 teams. Plenty GMs make mistakes. Plenty of mistakes.
Yeah.
So I mean, he does.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. Dylan looking like Terry Crews and Street Kings right now. He just getting lit up right now.
Like if you listen to what they say
about
Cam
shit when
Johnson,
he got lit up in the bodega.
If you listen to what they saying about Cam Johnson right now, it's an upgrade for Denver.
Mm-hmm.
It was a downgrade while he was here, but now it's an upgrade for Denver.
Yeah,
I'm not playing those games with people that hate him for their own personal reason. I love the game. I love the game.
Off the strength of Easy, man, everybody just get a wild take, man.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Easy got Houston going to the finals and
winning
the championship, beating the Atlanta Hawks. What about you, Scott? Scott, who you got?
I think my take is a lot more realistic than that Atlanta shit.
Go ahead, man. Who you got, man? Just any wild take. It don't matter.
I like Houston.
The wild take part of the show.
I like Houston to go from the West, and in the East, it's up to like 3 teams really.
Okay, which 3 teams?
Orlando, Atlanta. I think Atlanta might be decent, and the Tangerines. But with the Tangerines, I would make them 3rd on that list.
Yeah, I really got everybody calling these niggas the Tangerines.
I'm mad though. I low key like tangerines, so I wish you called them something like a rotten.
I called them tangerines because they fucking sweetest. Them niggas is sweetest fish. Nigga.
And it's worse for them because niggas teams in the East just
I already got my take.
Right.
Blacksmith for Zach Edey straight. Fuck that.
Right. They thought that the Celtics were the reason they can move in, but actually,
that's your hot take.
Actually, Atlanta and Orlando got better than what they were last year. You can believe that.
That's your hot take.
LM, you heard that shit, right?
I heard him, bro.
I heard what the fuck I said, man. I'm gonna repeat it again. Claps for Zach Edey straight. Send that nigga here, bro. He belong here.
No, he don't. No, he don't.
Memphis do some shit.
I like Claps.
Yo, Memphis do some shit like
Big
that.
Free saying, bro. He belong here, bro. The hell with all that shit.
All right, hold on. That's a hold on.
Here in Brooklyn.
Drags for the hot take, Bree.
That's a hot take for real.
That's a hot take for real. Ice, you got
Black's going for defensive player of the year.
Nah,
Mm.
I ain't really got no hot takes, but I will say like
I ain't gonna lie to you, Jay.
no,
That's a hot one right there,
hold
Paul.
on, no. I will say like the foreign players they playing earlier, they getting they getting more skilled. They more fundamental in like I heard Gilbert say that if our kids was playing professional at 14, then we'll be way ahead of them. But since they get to play professional earlier,
Yeah, that's true.
it kind of closes the gap on, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying, the talent. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
'Cause they
yeah.
playing with
Right.
grown men at 14, you know what
Right,
I
right,
mean? So
right, right.
they get advanced earlier. So
Yeah,
that I think
So
that's the difference.
right now, to add to that, I just want to say in my own words what Ice just said. I think that's what it is, and I was trying to word it that way. That you can be more talented, but if somebody's practicing skills and fundamentals on a regular basis more than a talented player, that's that practice, that discipline of being consistent with skills and fundamentals is going to be more impactful
yeah.
than
More
just
valuable.
talent. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? More valuable to the team winning, not only as a player but as a teammate.
yeah,
Because if
yeah.
you're developing the fundamentals, you're developing the fundamentals of being a teammate, not just a player. And
Right.
with talent, sometimes your focal point is just you as a player, not as a teammate. And I think that's the gap. The gap is player to teammate. I think you know what I'm saying. That's what we need to be watching out for in the modern day NBA. But
And we need to
um,
not be watching out for Zach Edey, big slow ass. We don't want them motherfuckers.
Hey, bro, ain't nobody told
Yo,
your big goofy ass to hate, nigga. Cut that
Always
shit
trying
out,
to
bro.
tell
That nigga.
somebody on Zach Edey, that nigga getting cooked by everybody.
No, he ain't gonna be getting cooked by everybody. He
He
gonna
might
be. He gonna.
improve this year. He might improve.
At what?
He was
Can't
improving the
improve his
whole
position.
year.
Mm, we'll see.
So, like I would so this dude can guard on the perimeter.
Yes. And it's footage to prove it, bro. Hold up. Matter of fact, you know
Barbecue
what? I'm gonna just
chicken.
put the link. I'm gonna just put the link in the chat, unless you see for yourself.
That seemed to be the hardest position to actually in the NBA. It's that center, and when they 7 foot, they go through so much
Everybody hating
changes
on
and
Nick, man.
injuries.
Scott ain't with it, man.
It's the
Everybody hating
injuries.
on Nick.
It's the injuries that kill them.
it's not the
Zach Edey for
injuries.
Claxton straight up though. That's
No,
crazy.
it's not the injuries. It's just you gotta be in this. You gotta
That
be
shit
like
ain't crazy at
Claxton,
all.
but
That shit
you gotta
realistic. We save
be like
bread.
Jalen Duran and Claxton. You gotta be mobile. You gotta be quick. You gotta be tall. You gotta be. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta have it all.
Right.
And
Yeah, but
hold on,
every
it's
7 footer
hard.
is not like that. You know what I mean?
It's
hold on.
hard, man. It's hard. It's
I
hard.
just
I'm
want,
telling you.
I just want to say my hot take is that Cam Thomas averaged 28 points per game. That's my hot take.
Woo!
Sheesh.
Facts.
Let me
Yo,
I
tell you
mean, my
something.
nigga,
My
If he's
that's
healthy,
realistic, bro. Like that ain't a hot take at all, bro. That's
I
realistic
if
Right.
he
shit.
They
help,
talking
if
about
he
my hot
healthy,
take is Cam makes the All Star team for the
That's
All Star.
realist. That's
that's a hot
realistic
take.
too.
That's
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 a
not
hot
true.
take.
realistic too, bro. Nah,
That's a
nah.
hot
It's
take.
realistic because the East is fucked up. That's why.
Yeah, he
So
I
going he
mean,
so
it's
like
going.
realistic
28 points a
depending, I
game.
think, on where we. It's realistic, I think, depending on where we
If you
at, bro.
said
If
Michael
we the
Porter
10th
Jr.
seed, that
make the
nigga not
All
making the
Star
All
team,
Star
I can
game.
see that.
Mhm.
I
hey,
Yeah,
said
I
I
If
ain't
but
gonna
we,
lie.
told
That
you.
nigga, my
but
nigga
hold,
Michael Porter
but
Jr.
no,
might be
but hold
taking any
on, no,
shot he
hold on.
feel like.
Right, but no, let's get to what Scott said because when you think of just a two guard, because that's how they're gonna measure it, right? They're
Yep.
gonna need
No,
a two guard. Like
it's perimeter and front court.
who's a more premier player than? And I'm not saying there isn't because you got Donovan Mitchell, you got two guards, but how many two guards going to be in front of Cam Thomas next season? Like right
It's
now,
not they don't that's not how they do it though. It's perimeter
right, they do
players
it
and
about
front
all
court players.
guards.
all
Right.
guards,
So
so whether it be
you gotta count
okay,
Maxi,
okay,
you gotta count Donovan, you gotta count Trey
You gotta
Young, you
yeah.
count
gotta count
Cade. You
all of
gotta
them.
count Lamelo. You
Cade,
gotta
you gotta
count
count
all the
LaMelo,
niggas.
yeah.
Trey Young got
You
snubbed
gotta count
last
all of
year,
them.
right? So they definitely got to make him an all star. I think he got snubbed last year.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Trey Young taking the back seat that Easy said he gonna get snubbed again. So like that ain't gonna
Not if
matter.
they're winning.
Yeah,
Maybe,
they're winning. He probably still makes it.
maybe I don't know.
But he probably can, depending on where we
That's
at.
why I
But
said
He
Michael
probably
Porter
can make it
Jr.
all game.
has a
some
better
of it
chance
is
to make it in the front
popularity.
court.
Some of it is
Right.
popularity.
Because Cam Johnson was getting All Star votes last year, if we remember.
It's
Yeah,
popularity
I
that
don't know,
makes
but
that
yeah,
a
he was on
good.
it.
Barring health though,
He
barring
was
health
on it.
though,
He was
Cam
he
got
was
to say
shooting
yeah.
like 65%. I remember that. He was on a he was doing his thing.
yeah,
Yeah,
he was
he
balling.
was. Yep.
My
I
hot
don't
take:
want nobody to
Yegor will
ears to
be
hurt.
in
But
Rookie of
Yeah,
the
yeah,
man, I
Year.
I
gotta take
agree.
him
Hold
out my
on.
profile picture,
Hold
man.
on. Hold on. What's a no doubt, Jay? Hold on, Brooklyn LM. What was your hot take?
My hot
Oh,
take:
oh yeah,
Yegor
Jay
will
gotta
be in
take that shit
Brooklyn.
down.
Yegor will be in Rookie of the Year conversation.
Why you trying to steal
Mm.
my hot take? Because my hot take was Jaeger was gonna win Rookie of the Year.
Oh, okay.
I'm with that too.
And I
I'm with
got
that's
Danny
Okay.
and I
I'm with
got
that
Danny
too.
Wolf finishing top 5 too.
Tough.
Breezy,
Tough.
can I
I'm
ask
with
a
that too.
question?
If he win,
Can
I'm
I
with
Yeah.
that hot take as
can I
well.
ask a
Good. Good.
question? If
Yeah. Good.
Yegor becomes successful as a rookie,
Hmm.
will his draft be successful?
Hell yeah.
If
Hell
you
I
yeah.
would
only
think
have
so.
one player that
You look at
really,
all the niggas that went before him.
yeah, but
Oh,
what I'm
Right.
saying is
I got a hot take.
to get one player to be that good,
What up? What
where
up,
they be
Mo? What up,
noticed,
Ice?
that
What it do?
draft
Yeah.
What it
went
do?
good.
Yo, Danny
Yeah.
Wolf gonna sell a whole lot of jerseys this year.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Facts.
Yes, you
Wolf
right
pack.
about
Danny,
He
that.
Yeah,
probably
you
Wolf
will. He
absolutely
probably
right.
will.
Danny Wolf
Yeah.
gonna have a whole bunch of
pack
Jewish
legit
folks showing
like
up to the
champion.
arena, bro.
Sure
Like
no, look,
enough.
Pete.
Yeah.
It's
I
gonna be the
figured it
Wolf
out.
Pack. It's gonna be the Wolf Pack in the
This
Barclays.
nigga, here
Oh,
go
the
I
this
Wolf
nigga
figured it
Jay.
Pack.
Here
out.
go this nigga Jay with this
Oh, the
shit.
Wolf
I gotta
All
listen
Pack.
to
right.
this.
All
Hold
right.
up.
Figured
I
it
gotta
out.
hear this.
Hold up.
I
Let's
gotta.
hear this nigga Jay with this shit, bro.
Go
He gonna
ahead,
say
Jay.
some crazy shit. Go ahead, bro.
The Nets is trying to get back for Kyrie. That's why they signed a Jewish duo. Like this is the first team to ever sign a Jewish duo to a team. Know what I mean? So they
Who
trying to
else is
get
Jewish?
back for Saraf.
Danny
Yeah,
Wolf and
Tarak is
Saraf,
good
yeah.
too.
So
Okay.
I
I thought
seen that.
Sarath was Israel. Oh yeah, he's Jewish. I
He
thought he was
Israeli, yeah.
Yeah,
Israeli. Israeli.
he's
Yeah, so
Israeli, so he's
they
a
try
Middle Easterner.
cause remember how they was hating on us, know what I mean? Cause they ain't like the fact that Kyrie had said what he said or whatever, or the movie or whatever, but they was hating on the Nets for mad long. But they now the Nets gotta be their favorite team.
Mm.
That's a fact. Yeah, yeah. Saraf is Israel is
And the crazy
Jewish, bro.
thing
I've been
is,
there before.
that was all Josiah doing Adam Silver's bidding
Mm.
because he don't got no huevos to stand on
Yeah.
his
Them,
own.
them Russians
Yeah,
in
yeah, yeah.
Bensonhurst is celebrating right
Yeah.
now. You.
Hold
That
on.
was on the
Wait,
that
pre
was
say
on
that shit
It,
again, bro. What
oh,
the fuck you
hold
never
on.
got?
Let me. Okay, there you go. For entertainment
For
purposes
entertainment
only.
only.
Wait, pre say that shit
he
again, bro.
put that
Hold up.
right.
I ain't get that.
Let me get my face
He
on the
put that
camera.
right.
I don't want to be
No,
associated with
Priest
you
gotta say that
heathens.
shit again. I ain't get that, bro.
Yo, that's
Damn.
tough. It's scary when you have to hide. It's really bad.
What
But
he
yeah,
said?
that's
He said
true.
the what? What
But that's
the
true.
hoofos?
Joe Side fucked that up.
Whipples.
Man,
I ain't
Listen,
gonna lie.
I'm
listen,
not trying to
listen,
get Breeze stream taken down, man. I'm gonna just
listen.
keep it
Right.
keeping it
You
real
already
with it.
said it, nigga. Go ahead.
But
Listen.
you
For
clearly didn't hear me.
entertainment purposes only, every fan on this panel speaks for themselves. Every fan on this panel represents themselves. They just happen to be on the Big Fan Breezy page. Now that being said, continue, fellas. Continue with your
Yeah,
dialogue.
I
It just
think
feels like this Nets team is appealing to like not the like the best
Feeling the
style
like
or like they appealing to
they
like the
peeling the fan
Bensonhurst,
bases. Yeah.
Williamsburg, Marine Park type fans. Like
Hell yeah.
I don't know, bro.
To
Like
it
it
does.
just
Brighton.
it
I ain't
seems
gonna
like
lie, it's gonna be a lot of people from
It
Brighton
seemed
Beach
like
showing up to the game.
It's
Jaguar would have been our pick when McHale was the owner, when Mr. Prokhorov,
McCall. Oh
Mikhail
yeah,
Prokhorov.
yeah. You know, I'm gonna get.
That Mr.
Oh yeah,
Prokhorov.
just that name, Mikhail, just got me tight. But what I wanted to say is that,
Yo.
bro, the international
Because that's what he
players,
was talking about, Breeze, in his
yeah,
interview. He
yeah.
said that,
But
the team
oh
had connections with Russia.
yeah, yo, another thing too, I want to say, I had met somebody, and he just is close to the basketball world, like NBA players and all of that, and another dude, two people, and both of them told me they serious about basketball in Russia. Like, it ain't no joke over there. They play basketball, bro. Like, they culture around basketball is serious. They, like y'all said, they professional young. They hoop. They serious, man. They love the game, man. So they love basketball. So I got love
Hey
for the
yo, did we put
Nets.
together a League of
But
Nations team roster,
shout to the
bro?
Nets.
For real?
John
Stop.
said
Yeah, John said
We
that,
might
bro.
have.
This is some
John
shit,
said,
bro. This look like this look like in terms of just diversity. This look like the fucking '05 Spurs.
"Yo, the Russians love Diego on this team now. Now they looking at the Nets now as you know what I'm saying. There a lot of people got eyes on this team now, but the Nets has always been a
Right.
diverse
So the
You
Nets is
gotta.
out here
fan
bringing
base.
world.
So
So the Nets is out here bringing world peace.
Facts.
Yeah,
Well,
we
Yeah.
pushing,
possibly,
we
yeah.
well,
I'm
pushing peace,
I'm
man.
I'm
hashtag
with it.
everything on TikTok.
No hate. Spread love is the Brooklyn way, man.
Man,
yo,
Listen,
we
but
gonna
you
have.
all,
can play. You can
all we need
Yo,
play.
is all
track
we need is
two.
Zach Edey, and we good to go, bro.
No,
Listen,
we
track.
don't, bruh. Nah, we
Come
needed
on, bro.
Kamar
Nah,
Malawak,
hell
man.
yeah, we need him, bro. Man, listen, bro. Him and Joe Side, age, bro. Are you kidding me, bro? Come on, bro.
No,
Right
we
up in
don't.
here. Yes, we do.
We don't need them. I mean, need is a strong word. You know what I'm saying? Um, but
You know what's
hold on.
crazy, Breeze? Because I'm
We
so
needed
tired of this
Common
shit.
Malawak,
I
man. We
thought
needed
we was
some of the
done.
motherland in
I
there,
thought we
man.
was done with this nigga.
Word.
But you know what? The
Yeah,
first
he
time,
said we thought he was done
and I say
with
it
Zach
again,
Edey.
and it's like I said it last time. The first time that Brunson pulls Zach Edey out on a pick and roll and destroy his slow footed ass, this motherfucker gonna come on the stream, losing his goddamn mind.
This motherfucker gonna come on the stream and tell you how raw that nigga is. What you mean?
Hold on,
To
listen.
be
Just
fair, Claxton got a better chance of guarding Brunson than Edie.
hold
I
on.
ain't
Look at the validity of the comment though. Look, JP Farley said we one of the top international teams. They love us overseas.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's a
We know
fact.
their
gonna.
favorite
Yeah,
player. Their favorite player probably Cam Thomas. I'm just saying.
then probably not.
Yo,
probably not after this draft.
But hey, listen, there's nothing wrong with it. They, you can
So
ball. Come on,
Adog already got a Jaeger jersey, bro. He said he delivered
come
this
on. If you
shit.
can, if you can
God
ball,
damn it,
then
that's
I
we
might give me a Jaeger jersey too. I'm not
we
even gonna
about
lie.
ballers here.
That's dope though, bro. That's dope.
We really,
But
we
That's
really built a damn world peace team, bro. Like I ain't gonna lie to you,
Ice, you
man.
said you
The
said
league
Wolf
should
gonna
like
win.
it.
You said Wolf jerseys might go up. If Jaeger win Rookie of the Year, nigga,
Oh, that's
them
gonna go
jerseys
off the
gonna go up
chain.
like
the
hotcakes.
reason I say that because Wolf gonna put he gonna get some highlights, bro. Somebody gonna be in the he gonna put somebody in
Yeah.
the blender, bro, and it's gonna be over in the Barclays, bro.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
He hit one of them with the
It's
Penny
Hall of
Hardaway
Fame
shot
history.
back.
You goddamn right.
It's finna go down.
mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie. I
That,
saw a video of Diego. That nigga look kind of skinny though. I'm not gonna hold you. He
He
tall, but
is
he's skinny.
thin. He's
He
thin.
is.
He's
He's like
thin.
190, 199.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
thin.
that's frail, bro. He look frail, bro. He look like I could fucking body him up, bro. I ain't gonna
That's
lie
what I
to you.
said. Niggas was
Wait,
talking.
who we
They
talking about?
He's
Yeah,
thin.
Diego.
hey, and one thing about him, right? I watched some other videos with him playing overseas, not in college. They was running him like they used Cam Johnson. They ran him off a
Yeah,
screen.
yeah,
He was
yeah.
popping and pulling threes, like you know what I'm saying, off ball. So
But
I'm
Ice,
like,
he's really determined to show niggas that he can shoot, bro. In
so
the
he can
yeah,
run the
interviews,
small.
in
Yeah.
the interviews, he's saying like all he's been talking about is like, yo, I want to show people I can really shoot. Like he's been adamant on showing people, yo,
He might
I
be
can
the
shoot.
sleeper.
Yeah.
He might be the sleeper.
Wait, hold on, So real
Hold on. I
quick,
just want to say this one thing. That mean they could interchange the lineup. They could put Cam at one and him at the three. But go ahead, easy.
real quick. So he, in terms of shooting, he's not good at spotting up. He's not good off the catch, off a screen,
off.
off the dribble, or is it like everything?
It looks like off the dribble. It looks like he has problems off the dribble.
Yeah,
But he can
off the
shoot.
dribble, it
He
looked
can
like
shoot, but he's not consistent easy. But when I watch those videos of him overseas, he was running off the screen and he just catch and shoot, you know what I'm saying? And pulling the three like that. So I'm like, oh shit. Like, oh, you know
and
what I'm saying?
and before his injury in college, and I think in the month of November, he was shooting 38% from the 3-point line.
Y'all talking about Jaegers now?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, I think the
Listen,
shot is there. I don't think he can't shoot. I just think
No,
he's an
he's not like
inconsistent shooter.
he ain't like what you
That's
call
the
him.
problem too when you think about it, because a lot of kids don't shoot great in college, and kid couldn't shoot at all from the perimeter.
Right.
right.
So
He developed the 3-point shot late in his career. I remember
Right,
that.
right, right.
no, he kind of developed it when he got to us. He
Okay.
became more consistent with it, and
I
it
mean,
got better and better as he went on. But
when we say can't shoot, bro, like
He's not a Ben Simmons.
the
Let's
person
just
that
put
I
it
think
that
of
way.
first, bro, like when it comes to our development team in terms of shooting, is Zaire Williams, bro, because I'm pretty sure, bro, he didn't come in the league, bro, as a spot up shooter, bro. Like he did pretty okay in his
Look at
first year.
Rondo. Rondo got much better at shooting the long ball.
Oh
That's
yeah, yeah,
true.
yeah, definitely. But yeah, definitely late in his career. Clowney, we already know what he could do, bro. Like I mean, but Clowney kind of got down on himself. Dayron is letting them bitches fly. I mean, we gonna be all right, bro. We gonna
Yo,
be just fine.
hold on. Let me do my shout outs. Shout to Brooklyn LM. This is JTV, Scott, Easy E, Netorious, the Eskimo, the Brooklyn Nets, a podcast, Big Priest 5122, Leaf 4788. And also please my page, subscribe, but subscribe to all these other content creators that join the panel and make it dope. I want to say Nets fans is the best fans. Look for the clips. You guys are on. Y'all already know this already, and y'all know I'm gonna be back with more content soon. I want to talk about what Paul George said about players not practicing. I want to, and it's the second day of free agency. I imagine it's gonna be more things popping. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, y'all already know what it is. Nets fans is the best fans. We're gonna be back with more content really soon. Thank y'all for tuning in. Good night, y'all. Peace.
Money
Peace.
Island.